Hello everyone and welcome to the Monday Night Wolfcast. This is the August 8th episode, episode number 10. My name is Wolfie and as always I am joined by my good friends, Sinist.
Hello.
And Zeromus3.
What's up?
Guys, what did we all do these last few weeks? Bert, do you want to go ahead and go first? Starting with our weeks?
Man, I guess the first thing is Jury came out after the last podcast, right?
Yeah, she did.
So I think she was like the day after.
Literally the day after the last one.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've only really played it against you guys, but...
Totally
I
had a
think
first of 10.
Oh yeah, on your channel.
It's
That
on
was our-
Scoots'
That
channel.
was my first time playing against anyone with her, so you can go look at that.
If you want to see their first to 10, which channel should they check out, Scoots?
Good. My channel at SF0Miss3.
Check it out. There's a description in the link below.
It's actually two videos there, because you uploaded two, right?
Yeah,
Just
I
one
did.
has, like, wonky audio.
One of them had a weird sync, but like for some weird reason, it actually kind of fit
Oh,
in a weird way.
You could watch us. You can watch Bert play Jury and Scoots play Bison and me play Balrog in Street Fighter V if you want. Check it out at Scoots' channel.
yeah, but overall, I think I like the way they changed her up from 4. It took a while to get used to, but
I don't.
I think it's... You don't like it?
It's
No.
everything. It's everything you've embodied. Cross
Well,
Up
you like
City.
I don't like getting hit by her. That's why.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, fighting her when you're playing her, fighting her for so long has really taught me how to block cross-ups.
Yeah, you definitely got way better at that and crush countering me.
Yeah. It's just I gotta stop you from jumping in. That's where the damage comes in. You hit me
Yeah.
with that one kick, it's just over.
Unfortunately, Balrog doesn't really have good anti-air, so you have to work really hard for it.
It's why I just went back to Zangief for that matchup. His
Yeah.
anti-air is a much better thing for it.
That's why I use Guile against Bert. But like, you know how my Guile is.
I like your guile.
Of course, you just like my Guile because I do my fucking sweeps. Hate
Yeah.
those things. I hate it.
Because it doesn't hit once, but twice.
Teach these stupid wiener fingers to stop
Oh,
with the heavy sweeps.
I like
Other than
that.
that, after that, we'll just move on.
Bert, no, hang on.
Oh, let's go.
Slow your roll. Hey, you forgot something, Bert. What you didn't do anything else this week? Nothing?
I mean, I was going to continue on.
No, go on.
That's okay.
You
I
said you
finished
played
Tokyo
Jury.
Mirage.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. You beat it?
I beat it.
Okay. How is it?
I still really like it. The game
Tokyo-
has,
Oh, go
like,
on.
as you go on, there's way more Fire Emblem in it than I figured there would be.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like,
Like,
what do you
even
mean by more
from-
Fire Emblem?
Well, I don't want to get too specific on some of the stuff, but like even like some items you'll pick up are like direct references to characters from the older games, and like stuff like that. I don't want to get too much into it, but
Yeah, you don't want to
It's really
spoil
good.
it.
if you're, so I wasn't expecting too much Fire Emblem besides like move names and like your Mirages are Fire Emblem characters like Chrom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it goes.
So
It's pretty good.
So could you say this was more like a Persona game, just with Fire Emblem? In the
Oh
name?
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
It's way more Persona with like sprinkles of Fire Emblem in it.
So this gets a Bert recommendation?
If you have a Wii U, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't buy a Wii U anytime soon for it because we got the NX coming out, but who knows how
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, like I would.
Alrighty.
Like, it's a shame that it got such a bad rep, basically, before it even came out.
Wish you had said it got weak at the end. It's another game I gotta add to the back burner of things I gotta play eventually. No rush.
Yeah, other
though.
than that, I can't really think of anything else that I've been playing. Besides Monster Hunter, of course, we've all been playing that.
We've all been playing that, yeah.
Oh my God, Monster Hunter.
It's
Monster
so
Hunter's
good.
Yeah, that-
life.
That's taking up most of our gaming.
It's
so-
every time we're together, we wind up playing one of the two games, Street Fighter V
Yeah.
or Monster Hunter. We
Exactly.
love monster hunting. Generations is so good. But that's part of all our weeks.
Representing that Capcom.
Gotta represent it.
Exactly.
Wow, yeah, we do. Both of those are Capcom games. But you know what? You said that's your week's, Bert.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go next. For my week, sadly, not that much to talk about. Again, I saw Suicide Squad. Scoots, I believe you did as well.
I did.
We will have a spoiler cast for Suicide Squad at the end of this podcast. I guess I can just do a non-spoiler review or just a quick impression. Movie was not bad, not bad. Critics really, if any critic that said this is worse than Batman vs Superman, they don't know what they're talking about. It's not that bad. A solid 5 out of 10 from me for that movie. I beat Doom.
Whoa.
Yep. First person shooter game I've ever beaten in my life.
Just whoa.
I can't explain it, dude. Doom was
Now you're gonna like first person shooters for life now.
No, just that one. Doom is the
No.
only exception to that rule.
I wonder if we could get him to play the Quake Champions that was announced.
Oh God.
Nope. Baby steps. I got my first person
That would
shooter
be-
experience for my
we should do
life.
that. It
For
would make
my
a great
life.
game.
Nope.
Although it would make people sick, I'm sure.
Yep. You don't want to see me playing Doom. That's for sure.
Now they just need to make another Quake game.
No,
Then you
make
can
another
play
Doom
them.
game.
You can play. You can play Quake.
I don't like.
No,
I don't
I'm
even
not-
know what
I'm
Quake
not-
is. I just.
It's just Doom.
Quake is Doom. Same people.
Is
pretty
it?
much.
Does that?
Yeah.
Can I fucking glory kill demons?
No. It's
Then
a-
the- fuck
We
it.
don't know this. We
it's
don't know
an arena
this.
shooter. You kill each other.
Oh, I want to kill demons. I don't want to kill people.
mean,
I'm
The old
talking
ones
about. I'm
had a
talking about this.
campaign,
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say.
This one's not gonna have a campaign. The new one.
I don't
The
know.
newest Quake, or the one. Was it Quake 4? Am I right?
Maybe. Yeah.
That one had the campaign where you were a human guy, a marine guy. The next thing you know, you got captured, and then you got converted into like half machine, half human.
I gotta ask though, Justin. What difficulty did you finish it on? Did you stick through it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You didn't have
I
to
did.
lower it on?
Whatever the default is,
Whoa.
hurt me
That's cool.
plenty or whatever mode.
Whoa.
It's a fucking like. I'm telling you, from the moment the moment the game started, and I was like, I instantly just glory killed a demon. I was like, I'm in. The moment I snapped that little imp's neck, I was in.
Huh.
I snapped into a Slim Jim, and I was like, can't stop. Gotta keep murdering these guys.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, thank you. I'm impressed with that game. My own real complaint with the game, I will say, is that for me anyway, and it's probably just me because I don't. After a while, like around the second to last level, I started going, when is this game gonna end? I started getting to the point where I'm like, okay, now's the nope. There's one more level. Okay, now's the nope. One more level. All right, now's the end game. Like, I kept thinking, I was like, okay, I killed every demon in hell. That's it. There's no more. Oh, okay, I gotta go back to the moon base. All right. Oh, there's demons here too. All right, going back to hell. Yeah. But other than that, it was a really solid experience. Really loved Doom. Guess other than beating Doom and watching Suicide Squad, no, I'll probably remember something else I did this week. But oh right, mystery game. I got farther in the mystery game, the secret game. I can't mention
You still haven't beat it though.
the secret. I haven't had time in monster hunting and fucking playing Doom. But yeah, I'm back on it now. I will say for sure it will be uploaded to YouTube, my playthrough of this secret.
So you've been
And-
recording it for like how many years at this point?
the playthrough is gonna be severely disjointed because
Like
you're
when
gonna
did it
hear
start?
me last year.
Yeah, like
I've been recording it on and off throughout like this whole like year. It's pretty funny. You'll hear me age as the playthrough goes with every
Insane.
part. It's
So
amazing.
you're trying to tell me you have like a high pitched voice, and then when you get closer to beating it, you have a lower manly pitch voice.
Let me put it to you this way. I was playing the game when I was 5 years old, and now I'm a fucking old-ass man, and I'm almost done with it.
So your balls drop.
Pretty much, yeah. So, like, I'm like... And it happened during one of the recordings, too. You're just going to hear it, and it'll be like, so here we're going to go up and... It's just going to happen like that. But yeah, that unlike the other parts playthroughs on this channel, I'm gonna have everything rendered out and have it all scheduled so that way it'll just be a daily thing. No
I
3 day.
have a question.
Go on.
Whatever happened to Dark Souls?
I don't know, Bert. I don't know. Whatever happened to that? I wonder.
You just kind of seem to stop.
Oh, I don't know. It's
Express
almost
your feelings, and then you
Yeah.
quit.
it's. Hey, don't read too much into this. I'll put out another part. God damn it! I'll have to erase that previous one.
You have upsetted someone.
Hey, he broke my heart first. It almost seems as though the only thing being uploaded on this channel is the podcast.
Oh, is that so?
But hey,
I think I'm gonna have to BK my way to get you to beat that game. I think I'm gonna have to BK have it my way and buy you the game.
No, I already
You're too
rented
late.
it. I already rented it.
You're
The thing
too
is,
late.
he has like 10 parts he can upload still.
I have a whole bunch of parts I can upload.
Yeah. So it's
I-
not that he needs the game.
He hasn't beaten it.
He just hasn't
Like-
been uploading it.
I've already rented it. I sent Doom back, and they've already sent out Dark Souls 3 again. So I guess that'll be part of my upcoming weeks.
I need something to keep my breaks busy. I just can't sit there at a table twiddling my thumbs.
I'm sorry. There are more parts coming, but yeah, the secret game I'm playing will have all the daily. All be uploaded daily, once it's finished.
It's
Other than that, what? Yeah,
Go on.
no. Now that I don't have an internet cap, it's great.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can just do it now. That's pretty much it. Last thing. I'm gonna go to the comic book store and see if I can find Sonic Genesis #2. I need that. See if it gets any better. See if I can keep reading that. Other than that, that's it. That's it. Scoots, your week. What did you do these past 2 weeks from the last podcast?
Oh shit. Well, I ended up getting a few things.
What'd you get?
I got a game that you were when you used to work at GameStop.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh
I
yeah.
hinted
Oh.
this towards you, just.
Oh wait. Oh
yeah.
no.
You did your
No.
job. You did
Yeah.
your job well.
Fuck. I didn't get paid for it.
it.
Shit. Oh.
Song of
Man.
the Deep. Oh yeah.
I'm so mad right now. You could have pre-ordered that from me. Could have got $1 extra on my final paycheck. Shit. But did you play it at all?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. You just
It's,
got it.
it's just sitting here in shrink wrap.
So it actually comes in like a case?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
comes in
it's
the
a
case.
physical.
Well, I figured it'd be like a little card with a code or something.
No, they have
Nope.
digital and physical for that one. Physical is limited quantities, so
It's only like a
pre-order.
$20 game, right?
$15.
It's so crazy that it got a physical, but I guess if it's being published
Sold
by
at GameStop.
I hear it's actually all right. So
Yeah.
I haven't
It's by
really seen anything
Insomniac,
on that
so-
game. The most I've heard is from Justin trying to sell it to us.
I mean, it's this great underwater adventure. Well, I guess I don't have to pitch it anymore. There's no point. I'm not getting paid for it. Fuck it.
all right, that and I've converted and became a collector of Disney Infinity, Marvel, and Star Wars.
Oh man. Oh, I thought you were gonna say pop figures. I would be like, I got a pop brother. We'll become Pop Tarts. We'll go on.
I mean,
Is
I
that the
could.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I
Pop-Tart is a
could since my
completely different-
neighborhood Hastings is going out of freaking business because
You can
of
start your
bankrupt.
collection right now.
You get every single type of pop figure I could think of because they're like $7 now.
Get them all. But yeah,
But yeah.
the Disney Infinity. Just to chime in, I'm sorry, but those figures are really nice.
They're like crazy quality. I like it.
They make they make Gress deck ornaments. Well, I wanted to say they make great desk ornaments. I'm really messing up words today, but go on.
But yeah, besides all that, I've been playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance one.
On PC?
X-Bone.
Okay, good. You dodged a bullet.
I mean, they said they're gonna fix the PC version.
It apparently already got a patch.
Yeah. There was that in been playing lots of Pokemon and of course Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter's so good. It's so good.
Gotta get ready for that Sun and Moon and of course Monster Hunter. Nothing like being like Hunter rank 5 now, you know?
By the time this podcast comes out, we'll already be past that.
Finally caught Justin up, so he's 5 as well.
Yeah.
Oh snaps!
We were hunting the Elder Dragons last night.
I know we were.
Yeah, because we kind of skipped over them.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is pretty much becoming a Monster Hunter podcast. We're going to start like... Man, last time we played, we were all hunting this thing, and can't wait for that new monster DLC.
I just need to step my game up and get that 3DS capture.
Oh my god, this is the
it's like
one
the game
game
we play the most. We can't do anything with.
It sucks. We could ghetto cam it. I mean, if our viewers really want to see our monster hunting action, they can see my sexy hands, my giant monster Mickey Mouse hands, trying to fucking play on a 3DS.
But
there's a reason I use those for closure. Sorry, go on.
That was my week. Unfortunately, I won't be here for the whole podcast because I got to go to work. I work overnight, so yeah.
We're all busy working people, so this is going to be the first and hopefully last time we do a podcast about the fucking deadly trio, the triple triad, the triple trouble. But yeah, I guess since that's all of our weeks, let's just go ahead and hop on into the game news. We're finally talking about the Nintendo NX because we now have news on it. The Nintendo NX reported to be a portable console with detachable controllers. It's also reported to be using Nvidia Tegra technology to power the console.
So yeah, this seems like the big news of, the past couple of weeks.
Everybody's been coming out and basically saying that, like, yeah, this is pretty much the thing. I'm actually very interested to see, like, so does this mean Nintendo is just going to combine their handheld and console market?
That's what it sounds like.
Yep.
Because everyone knows their handheld market always kills it. Their console market can go either way.
You know what the most exciting part is?
What's that?
Finally be able to play Monster Hunter on a screen that's bigger
and record it?
Yeah.
And take it on the go. Man, this system actually sounds really good. If this works well, like if it has a good battery life and everything, I would totally be down. Because that means like, oh, I wish I could play this Splatoon game. Oh wait, I can while I'm on break. And then I get home, I'm like, Smash Brothers, or whatever. I can. It's not a dumbed down handheld version. It's I guess it would be dumbed down visually wise, maybe. But, like, it's the console version, but I'm playing it with me on the go. I'm down for that. I love the sound of this.
That's the thing, though. Like, how much battery life could this thing possibly have if it's increasing graphics and all that,
I don't... And how big is it? Because if it's portable, it's got to be... I don't know... Will it be able to fit in your pocket?
It'll be portable, but you have to plug it up into the wall.
Game Gear style.
I mean, that's basically how we have to play Monster Hunter if we play it for too long.
Yeah, I mean, my 3DS is always plugged up to a wall when we're playing ours. So
yeah,
Monster Hunter is that good. That damn
good. It's really good. It's so fucking good.
It's a shame we play it like sitting next to a desk with these nice monitors, but we have to punch over and play it on a little handheld.
Well, Bert, if you get that 3DS capture device for $500, then yeah.
I wonder how bad the latency is for you to be able to like play on the TV, like if they're using or the monitor rather.
I mean, wouldn't it be an upscale 240p image? Would you really want that? Would you really want that?
Probably not.
It'd be
better than being like hunched over and.
True. But I mean, I guess if we really had a problem with it, we could just be playing Monster Hunter 3 on Wii U.
Yeah, we would, wouldn't we?
We would, but fuck swimming. So
Peacock
screw it.
Monsters.
Hey, if it didn't have swimming, I would be in it, but I'm not down for the swimming.
That's fine.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, this is awesome stuff. Vert, since you're of the three of us, the least likely to play a Nintendo console,
Yeah.
would you be into the? Would you be in if this rumor is true that it's like a detachable handheld that plug and play to your console, or the console is the handheld or whatever?
The only reason I would be into it, because I really don't care about handhelds and all that, is just that you could play all the handheld exclusives on a device that connects to the TV.
To
Like
be
Fire
fair,
Emblems,
yeah.
like Pokemon games, the Monster Hunters, like having all those be able to play on a bigger screen and probably look better if it's in like the docked mode, because they're saying you could dock it to obviously the TV and then take it to go.
Right.
Like if they
HDMI
upscale it to
outputs, maybe.
yeah, like maybe if they upscale it to like 1080p on the screens and like 720 on the console, like handheld version.
Yeah. So that's a
However
yes
they
then.
decide to do it. So yeah, it'd be much better than having to buy like two devices.
What if I were to say that, like, the base would have like a built-in, like an added like graphics processor in it
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
to
that
add more
actually
power to it?
that's a good thing. I actually kind of like that idea.
I'm just curious how the controllers work. So that might not be so comfortable if it's just two little detached things.
Yeah. But I mean, I just thought about it. Now that I think about it, the game output would be enormous because you got the handheld and console, like, people both developing at the same time for the same thing. So,
Now we
like,
have
the
to ask
output should be
ourselves-
great.
Now we have to ask ourselves the unknown, which will probably be impossible, but we'll see. Will this have third-party crazy support?
It would
gonna
because
say
it's not the
no.
handheld,
No.
right? It's a hand. If it doubles as a handheld, yes. Because the 3DS has pretty good third-party support.
Yeah, I guess if you do look at it that way, then yeah, it would.
Does it really though?
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
That's my number one third party for it.
That's
And
because the
Shin Megami
3DS
game.
has sold so well.
Yeah, but think about it. If it's a combination, if they can really sell this NX idea as a handheld and console, so casuals will be like, oh, so I don't have to buy a new Game Boy because they still think Game Boys are a thing, and they're like, I can just get this instead of having to get a DS, and I can play it on my screen at home. Yes, I will.
Well, here, for the Wii, would you say that had good third-party support?
Unfortunately, bad third party support too, but yeah, too much almost.
Yeah, I would say that it did, but it didn't have the things that the other consoles had.
But remember, it's not going to be developing the underpowered version like they had to do it for Wii. This would be developing
would.
essentially
It's
a handheld, right? Like, here's the handheld and Nintendo
Well, sure.
version. If you think about it that way, then yes, I could see them getting awesome third-party support. But
I
only
would
if
say
it's
they're
looked
going to
at like
have
that.
the same support that they've had with the 3DS, but like, no one else is going to join in. I don't think, unless this thing like takes off.
Unfortunately for you guys, I'm looking at this in a different perspective. As long as it has a better online interface, I'm fine.
We completely overlooked that part.
The problem is you might have people playing off the like handheld version, so you're going to have crazy wireless from someone on a bus.
Oh.
So you'll be playing your Smash Brothers, but
Oh,
you're gonna have
no.
someone that's traveling like in a bus, and you're gonna have a great connection.
I just want it to where, like, if I'm playing a game, right? You remember how Xbox 360 was?
Werewolf is just
Where-
signed online.
No, we
Yeah.
never saw that.
Yeah,
Shut up,
that's the
though.
thing.
Appearing offline,
I was gonna say we
Oh.
never did see that, but
You
yeah.
sure didn't.
especially since you were Sega at that point.
I was, yeah. Hey, don't give up my gamer tag. People will be able to find me even though
No
I
one
don't
knows
use
how
my
to spell
Xbox
it.
anymore.
You
What
spelled
are you
it all
talking
wrong
about?
anyway.
What are you talking about? It's Sage.
Fuck. Bringing that back, huh? That's a good one. But yeah, I see what you mean, Scoots. Like, if they can get their online shit right, and even then, I think there's a workaround for that. If Nintendo's smart, which they've shown they're hit and miss with that, they can have it to where it's like, connect only with people on console mode, connect with people only on handheld mode, or something like that.
You can't even restrict like ping on those.
Look, I don't know how internet works. It just works. Sometimes I crank the hamster wheel. Sometimes the internet works. I just like, I'm thinking like if they're smart, they could figure out some way to work that out. Maybe handheld version, handheld people can only connect against handheld people. I don't know.
Or could you say that they all need dog expanders everywhere around the world?
Yeah, just a giant dong expander. It'll transmit. It'll
One
transmit.
giant range expander just on every freaking city.
Every skyscraper will have a giant antenna sticking out of it.
You have some very confused listeners right now.
I
Don't.
know.
Okay, yeah. Don't. We'll never explain the dong expander joke. That will just be for us. That will be for us.
Damn. All right.
Yep. Us. Because it wouldn't make sense if we explained it otherwise. But Nintendo NX giving us a lot of expectations, a lot of hope. Please, Nintendo, don't botch it. Don't botch it.
I guess the last thing is the Tegra stuff. It's supposed to be between like the PS3 and like PS4 type of thing. It's like another half step. So
Oh, God.
expect graphics
Just
around that
3.5.
level.
Okay. It's not bad. But okay.
So it's Vita quality then.
Yeah. Well, what is Vita?
No.
PS3? PS2?
No, that's like PS2.5 ish.
Okay.
I'd say more 3-ish to me.
No.
Well, that's because that
Blow
high
those
quality
games
ass
up, they look
screen.
awful.
Have you actually played a PlayStation Vita?
I've seen videos of them blown up.
He has a
which would be
PlayStation
how I
TV.
see it.
That's a big
Yes.
difference between it being blown up and then
That's what I'm
actually
saying.
playing on the actual screen.
That's why it's not a PS3 quality graphics.
Whatever.
Last thing I want to mention about the Nintendo NX is the price point. That will be the... If it's all
Yeah.
good, the determining factor could be the price point. What's the number you guys are guesstimating it's going to be, and a number you'd be comfortable with paying if it has all those things we mentioned earlier?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be 300.
And what would be the magic number for you to buy it if it's the miracle machine we all think it might be?
What I'd like is for them to have two different versions. One that can be taken on the go and one that can't. And like the one that can't be would be like 250-ish, maybe 200.
Okay.
Look
Like
at
one that's
you.
permanently docked or something.
That would defeat the purpose, but I see your point, but go on.
That's it.
I will guesstimate. This technology sounds kinda... I'd say 350. My magic number would be 249, but that's just impossible. Unless those consoles are sold at a hella, like, non-profit. I don't know the word I'm looking for here.
I don't think Nintendo has ever sold at a loss.
Really?
Yeah, they
And their
always-
consoles are always the cheapest.
Yeah, they've always. That's because they're always the weakest. Also,
No, that's
I
true.
think
That's true.
I believe they've always sold for profit. I don't think they've ever gone under.
Okay, so you know what? I'll go ahead and say I think it's gonna be 350. I'll hope it's at 299. That's the most I'd be willing to pay if this console really could do that, because I'm thinking right now Monster Hunter on the go and at home, Splatoon on the go and at home, and Smash Bros. On the go. I'd never have to buy another console again, except for those exclusives on other consoles that I really want. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What about
They
you,
could also-
Scoots?
Well, they could also have like different like hard drive sizes that would make the prices different.
Exactly.
$300.
You're going through.
What would be the price you'd be willing to pay, Scoots?
$300.
All right. So there you have it.
Actually, if I wanted to be like the cheaper version to me, I'd say 250, but $300.
There you
I
guys
guess
have
another
it.
interesting point is how much would the games be? Because DS games are like 40, and like, Wii U games are 60.
Why not a middle ground of 50?
Could be. There are some $50 3DS games,
I'll probably just be 60.
but yeah, that's what I would think also. And they're going to be cartridges, or at least that's the rumor.
Yeah, that's the rumor. Good old cartridges, bringing them back. No load times, baby. Well, barely load times.
I could put them all in my pocket.
All of them. I just thought of something. It'd be the first actual console Pokemon if it's like what we're saying it is.
Outside
Amazing.
of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh, we
100%
don't count
Joey
those.
100% Joey version.
Oh, that's another inside joke we don't want to bring up. Let's go. Next
my
news
channel.
story. It's a definite inside joke. Nintendo is losing more money than expected because investors were confused about how Pokemon Go would work with Nintendo. Oh man, talk about jumping the gun on that one.
There's actually more Pokemon Go news, but we'll go with this one.
Yeah. It's like one of those panic things where it's like, what was that one thing I saw? It was like a cartoon bit where some dude's like on the phone with investors, and he's like, take all your stocks out of something and put them all into it. He gets hit on the head. He's like, waffles, tasty waffles, and lots of syrup. And then the guy on the other end's like, put all your stocks in waffles, and everybody fucking panics, and it's like waffle stocks rise. That's a completely different tangent, but that's essentially what I imagine happened with Pokemon Go. Investors went nuts, and now they're just like, oh, Nintendo doesn't own it, Pokemon Go 100%? Well, I'll take my money elsewhere in my stupid ticker. I don't like investors very much.
I think you about summed it up.
Yeah. Oh, man, I fucking sold that story. Look at me. Sweet. I hope that thing made sense, what I just said there, though. And, I guess our next news story was Dissidia. Final Fantasy Arcade is going to add Kain Highwind from Final Fantasy... 4. It sounds
You said the magic name. Kain Highwind.
You really like this character. Who is that? Who is this magical character?
It's the Dragoon from Final Fantasy 4.
Main character or antagonist?
He was the middle ground. He is a main character, but like he's an antagonist the first half of the game. He's being like controlled. But he has Akihiko's voice.
Oh yeah.
So does Kai's, which is really weird.
So is it safe to say when the City of Final Fantasy game leaves the arcades and finally comes home, you'll be playing Kain?
Then Squall.
Sucks. I don't have a main yet in that game. Bert has a main too.
You have to have 3 characters anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I use Kain for Duodecim. The second Dissidia. The jump ability is amazing.
Bert, did you play Duodecim?
Yes. No, I played the first one.
Okay.
Duodecim is like the prequel to the first one, but it also has the first.
Yeah, it has like the story
stuff,
mode in it, right?
Yeah. And it also has the after too, I believe. Like it has like little bits and pieces, which puts in the Final Fantasy 11 characters and the Final Fantasy 12 characters in it.
Yeah. So I guess our next news story is the Burnout creators are starting to work on a brand new driving game. I know this excites both of you guys.
This is some serious shit that you're talking about.
Is it?
Hopefully it's good. Like those racing games, Burnout 2, 3, Revenge, Paradise. Those are all great games.
That reminds me. You play their golf game?
No, apparently that game's not too good.
Aw.
It's basically the crash mode, though.
But with golf.
Yeah.
You like flaming golf balls, hitting stuff in the house, destroying it. Get points for destroying things.
Yeah, until I heard it wasn't very good, so I was like, well, I guess that's not great.
Yeah, it's golf.
I might be thinking of another racing game. Was this the same one that had a mode where you launch a dude through like shit?
No, that's
from the
Flat
car.
Out.
That's Flat Out. That's what it was. Okay.
I don't know whatever happened to those developers.
EA probably got them. Killed them. That's what. Whenever a company goes under, you don't hear anything from them. Like EA got them.
Yeah.
What about Activision?
No, they're like the. You know that picture of the shark eating another shark, eating an even bigger shark, or wait, I got that reverse. A bigger shark eating a smaller shark, eating another shark, and that shark's eating a fish. That's what I imagine it's like. EA being the biggest one, Activision being the second biggest one, and it just goes down from there.
Right.
Which one actually is bigger? Is it EA or Activision? I'd say Activision, right? Because they got Blizzard, and Overwatch is like god money right now.
Like the messiah of shooters at the moment.
Yeah, so Activision's probably bigger, but EA just owns more companies that they kill. Fuck EA. Alright, next news story.
Love EA.
Yakuza 0 launches January 24th in North America and Europe, and it's getting physical and digital. So, yeah. I have to double down and beat Yakuza 5 here sometime soon. I really don't have another
have that. It's actually free on PS Plus right now.
Get it!
Oh, yeah. Get it.
So if you have PS Plus, and a PS3, don't forget to download that.
Get Yakuza 5. But if you didn't, we really shouldn't be telling you this because you should have fucking bought the game and supported it anyway. I know I did. But yeah, I can't really talk about Yakuza 0 because I really haven't followed it other than a few trailers I saw. But, you know, it looks like it's going to be detailing what happens with Kazuma Kiryu before, during, and after what happens in Yakuza 1 when he goes to jail. And it's going to be detailing what happened to Majima, even though we kind of already know what happened to him due to the events in 4, how he lost his eye, and probably how he became even more batshit insane as the games went on. Really, I just want to play for Majima.
I know you want to. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking love that character. He's awesome. Other than that, look for. I actually gotta. That'll be a part of my week too. Going to GameStop to pre-order that. This is the
Another takeaway. Oh, go on.
No, I was gonna say this second game I've ever pre-ordered from GameStop this year is that and Persona 5 Dream Box Edition that comes with that.
Is it gonna be the one that
Take
you?
your heart edition.
Is it gonna be from the job that you left?
No,
Okay.
I'm not going back in that store. Oh, I can't speak on that because you never know who's listening. But I know I have another store now.
Yeah, the cool thing about this is obviously that it's gonna be physical for one, and then second is that it's coming to Europe on the same day.
Which is unheard of.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
It's really good. That means Yakuza is. Hopefully, we're gonna start getting more. We're never getting those cool samurai spin-offs that I really fucking wanted to play, but this is fine as long as we keep getting those games. Can't wait for Yakuza 6, Giggle. I guess that's it for Yakuza. Next news story: new Pokemon and Sun Moon trailers. I didn't get to see this, but it has new forms, Z attacks, new Pokemon, and Kahuna Island battles.
Kahuna Island battles.
Look at
See
those
what they did the
Kahunas.
Vulpix?
They made an ice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I figured you'd like that.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it'll be pretty sweet dying underneath my fire things.
Damn.
Or does ice beat fire? I don't know how Pokemon works anymore.
No, fire beats ice.
Yeah, come at me, Bert. I'll have billions of Arcanines ready to take that thing out.
Watch, they'll do an Arcanine that's like water or something, just
Like
to fuck with you.
they would do that, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm ruined." I already know what my party is. I didn't mention this. We didn't mention this at all. I don't think we mentioned this last week. I think that because that story came out a few days after the last podcast, but they showed new Pokemon, and there was one that was a fucking like Rasta horse, and I really like that design. I was like, that's gonna be my ground type. This fucking Rasta horse, I love him.
This trailer has shown off new forms of Pokemon. One of them was Vulpix, the whole new type. That, and there's the one thing we have to talk about, Bert. The one thing is a dragon type.
It is dragon type.
You know what, Justin? I want you to watch the trailer. I want your reaction.
You want me to watch this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and you guys continue. I'll just fucking watch this trailer.
Anyways, there's an executor. Cannot believe this. Has a different look to it. It has really, 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 really long neck, and it's a dragon type. That thing became a dragon type before Charizard even became a dragon type. Unless we count the Mega Evolution.
Oh my god, what they do to it? It's a palm tree.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh!
Has a
Pretty
face
sick.
on its butt.
It looks like he got strangled by something and pulled really long.
There's a lot of internet memes right now with the Executor. It's pretty good.
Oh. Okay, there's that
Then
ice
there-
thing.
then
Who
there-
cares?
Then there's Sandshrew.
Yeah.
Sandshrew
I
and
want that new
Sandslash.
Sandshrew.
What?
Yeah.
They're just
I think
making
it looks
everything
cool.
ice? It's an igloo Sandshrew.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Looks awesome.
What are these? These 4 birds?
That's one
Okay.
bird that
Like-
changes styles when it dances or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one bird.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah,
It also
it
has a
has
different
different
style
style.
on each island. But I think
Yeah.
it's like the same Pokemon technically.
Oh. So I guess this also doubles as a Wolfie Reacts video, even though there's no reaction of me like on the screen. You just hear my reactions to watching this trailer. So if you guys enjoy that, then here it is. What the? I would have liked it if they were all separate birds, if I'm going to be honest about it.
Well, it might it might be the same Pokemon, but they all have.
It might be what the form thing is. Kind of like where you find like you'll see a regular Vulpix and you'll also see the Ice Vulpix.
Like you'll see that version on each different island, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, because I like the salsa one, the red one. It's a really spicy bird.
I think the biggest news besides the forms was the Z attacks. The Z attacks are like they are a specific attack you can only use once every battle, like a super move. Each Pokemon has it. You have a little bracelet, which goes hand in hand with the toy that they're trying to release that hooks up to the game. But you activate a bracelet, the Z bracelet, and it gives your Pokemon a specific attack. You'll see it in the trailer where Pikachu does like a super move, this crazy electric move.
I see.
Then there's one that's like a giant meteor type of move.
What is that? Fomantis? Oh no, he's attacking Rasta Horse. I don't want to see that. What is that the unevolved form of the Rasta Horse? This Mudbray, this donkey thing?
It might be, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got goat eyes. That's weird. Oh, it's goat eyes on a donkey. Okay,
It might be. I'm not sure.
Just kind of glancing through the trailer here.
Speaking of new Pokemon, you remember your Rockruff?
Yes. How could I forget?
There was a rumor about that thing where it has a dark secret when it evolves.
Where it turns into a cat.
No, I think it's gonna be a werewolf. I think it's gonna be a werewolf.
That'd be so sick. That'd be sick. I already know my party. Arcanine, Rockruff, Rasta Horse.
No Ponyta or Rapidash or what?
If Rasta Horse is good enough, he'll replace Rapidash, but I'll probably have Rapidash anyway. Oh,
there's also an Electric Horse too, but whatever.
And Charizard,
Zebra.
if I can get one. There, that's my party.
Well, you'll be able to get a Charizard from me.
Sweet!
I'll just give you a Charmander. I have plenty of those things.
Oh god, yes, yes. Pokemon Sun and Moon is looking pretty good.
And the Kahuna battles, I guess I'm not entirely sure about it. That could replace the gyms. The like trials.
Sounds like there won't be any gyms in this.
Oh,
which is weird.
It's the one Pokemon game I haven't played in. Like, this is gonna be the first Pokemon game I have played in years, and I'm not gonna get gym battles.
But you could definitely tell this Pokemon game's catering to the first geners.
I'm okay with that.
It's definitely feeling the nostalgia.
But yeah, the next news story. August 2nd was Streets of Rage's 25th anniversary. Sadly, Sega did not host a cringy stream or have game announcements, so nah. Sad. It's really weird, but actually it's not really weird. It's expected that, of course, Sega would host this, Sonic's anniversary stream, but nothing for Streets of Rage. Not their number one, not their fucking beat-em-up game of choice, their beat-em-up IP. They couldn't have hired the people who made Streets of Rage Remake and have them make an official Streets of Rage 4 or something like that, or whatever. That's fine. I would have really liked that.
Yeah, well...
Dude, think about it.
Do with Streets of Rage?
With the remake, but the remake people did.
Yeah, but do people care about that? To remake?
Yes,
because isn't the remake thing being done by fans and stuff?
Exactly, but just like Sonic Mania is being made by fans.
That's what I meant. Like, does Streets of Rage have that same kind of following?
Yeah, it did. It had the people who made the remake game, and it does have a huge following still. Like, if they were to announce Streets of Rage, I don't know, Streets of Rage, fucking jamming in the streets, 2016 or whatever. There's a lot of people that'd be on board for that. I'd be okay with that. I would love it. Should have hired the Streets of Rage remake guys. I don't know. apparently, what they did do, though, last thing on this story, for people who love Streets of Rage, Scoots, you and I love Streets of Rage, yeah?
Yes.
I'd say we're big fans of that. We've played through all three of them together.
It sounds like we have to do another playthrough of 3 on the hardest difficulty.
No.
And make sure you don't panic on the
Nope.
elevator.
Nope, the panicking will happen because the chief is gonna die if we don't do anything.
Just punch the crap out of the damn button like you.
Bad end. We got the bad end because of that. That was funny. But what Sega did do, which is actually pretty cool, I heard they released a vinyl for Streets of Rage, the official Streets of Rage vinyl. And for those that don't know, records have really, really good quality music, like that CDs and all that can't replicate. So if I ever find myself with a sum of money that I have nothing better to do with, I'll get a record player and find the Streets of Rage vinyl and listen to that sweet, sweet Streets of Rage music. Yuko Kojiro is a fucking musical genius. And anybody who says the Genesis sound chip was bad has not listened to Streets of Rage. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Streets of Rage music.
Oh, shit, so good.
Expander.
Streets of Rage 3 was weird, but...
Oh, Expander.
Did.
Some games used it a little bit better, but we won't go into that.
Wait. Oh my. Okay. Oh yeah. That's coming up. Actually, you know what? Oh, yeah. Gotta look at the time here. We should. Yeah. We'll be right back. And we're back. Scoots sadly had to step out because he has to go to work. So we're gonna go ahead and continue the podcast without him. This is just me and Bert now. Double act. Our next news story. Yeah, straight on. Five Nights at Freddy's sister location drops this October and will probably be out as we read this. Bert, I know you don't have much of an opinion on Five Nights at Freddy's.
Nope.
But the sister location game, this is more news we got, I guess. There's not much really to say on this other than the creator, Scott Cawthon, is known for having a bad reputation when it comes to launch title or launch dates. He'll say it's going to be out 2 months from now, and then 2 days later, it's already out.
Well, there was that issue with the RPG, right, where it was kind of busted on launch.
Oh yeah, because he definitely rushed that one out.
So you think maybe he'll be a little more conservative with this one?
Yeah, I think because, to be fair, what he did with the RPG Five Nights at Freddy's World, it's now free to play. People got the refunds on it. He kind of wants to reestablish and not, have that Five Nights at Freddy's World bad blood still on his hands. So I'd hope he's, considering keeping the deadline and not rushing it out this time.
Has any more information been revealed on like what type of game this is?
Not to my knowledge, no.
So I remember just the trailer, and it kind of looked like it was maybe going back to the roots.
A little bit. I still think there's going to be a little bit of movement in there. I'm not sure how the movement's going to work. From what the trailer showed, it looked like there was movement. I believe it was either crawling through a vent or going through a hallway, which would be very interesting. I don't know. I'm still not a fan of the doll designs and everything for the new ones. I think there are lots. I think that the aesthetic is a lot scarier when it's just the first game. The first game being a rundown. This could be any rundown Chuck E. Cheese joint with these really, really like surreal and uncanny valley animatronics running around. And the more the graphics got better and the more shiny and stuff they get, the less scary it is. But that's just me. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else really more to be said on that. Hopefully, he sticks to the October date, Halloween or something like that. Don't drop this thing and have me embarrass myself and have the game be out by the time this podcast drops. I'll be really mad because I'll wind up buying it, and it better not be rushed like Five Nights at Freddy's World.
I assume you're going to do a little video on it, series type thing?
You know I have to, Bert. It's coming.
I mean, if you did the RPG all the way through, you'll probably do this one, yeah.
Yeah. I did that one kicking and screaming, not gonna lie. I did it, though. You can't say I didn't do that game, start to finish. Yep. Good job, me. Our next news story. Telltale Batman game on PC has lots of problems. What the hell's going on, man? Why can't they get this right, Bert?
Yes. Well, DC has issues and Telltale always has issues. So them going together for one thing is just disaster waiting to happen.
Finally, we've combined the best of both worlds, the best of both terrible things. DC's fine. I think it's Warner Brothers that's really freaking out their movie stuff, at least.
That's
But
what I meant, Warner Brothers, not
yeah.
DC.
Oh yeah, Warner Brothers isn't having good luck on PC, Wasn't there Injustice? Like
I don't know
port
if
busted?
Injustice was bad, but MKX was.
Right, and also the Arkham games, right?
The newest ones were? Yes, for sure, the newest one. And so was the one that Rocksteady didn't make. I can't remember the name of it.
Was it Origins or was it
Yes,
Arkham
it
Knight?
was Origins.
Okay,
The first two were, from what I recall, very good PC versions.
it's weird. But yeah,
Besides being on games for Windows Live, but that's a different thing.
that's a different monster entirely. You said Telltale has like problems with initial PC, like when they first put it out.
Yeah, usually what people would always say is just wait till it's all released, and then the bugs are probably fixed by then.
Get all the episodes in one bundle during the Steam sale or whatever.
Yeah, but I have no first-hand experience with any of those titles, so I can't really say.
No, and I played the Telltale Walking Dead Season 1 and 2 on PC way after they had come out, so most of the bugs were ironed out. If it's anything like playing on the console, because I do remember I think I played one of them on console. Janky. There's a lot of weird, like, in-between loading things after decisions, and things would kind of freak out and wonk out a little bit. It was weird. A question for you, Bert.
Mm-hmm.
Any interest in this Telltale Batman game?
No.
I mean, you're a casual Batman fan, yeah? Would you ever play it?
I am not a casual Batman fan.
No? I thought you liked Batman.
No, I mean, I don't care either way.
Oh.
I've played, like, the first game, Arkham Asylum?
I don't know
And
which
then-
one is which.
Yeah, and then I played a bit of City, but, I mean, it was a good game, so I played it, but I have no affinity towards Batman or any of that stuff.
Okay. This would be more up Scoots' alley if he was into Telltale games. Because I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen him play one.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't think those are his type of games. Could be wrong, though. I'm sure we'll hear from him whenever he gets back. We'll hear about that. And I guess that's pretty much it to say about that. On to the next news story. Platinum Games is teasing the Vanquish PC port, which is great. I love Vanquish. I just can't play it.
It's a good game. For
It's
sure.
a really good game.
And
for
if
those
this does
that-
happen, hopefully that people will, support it.
I don't see why it wouldn't get support. Like, for those that don't know, Vanquish is this high-octane, platinum, third-person shooter where you could do, like, wicked slides on your knees and, like, hit enemies in slow-mo, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in it. But for a guy like me who has problems with the shooting and the aiming, it was impossible for me to play, but I really liked it. If I could just teach my hands to work with my brain on those things. Did you actually... Wait, you played it, Bert. Did you ever beat that one?
Yeah.
Oh. Was it... what would you rate that game?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's definitely a good game, so it'd be upper tier, like 8-ish or so.
Solid?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Just maybe dragged on a little too much at the end.
No, I could definitely see that. Same thing I had with Doom earlier, but... Yeah,
There's-
this... Oh, go on.
If you play something like Bayonetta, you get like new moves as you go and stuff like that.
Right.
But just playing Vanquish, it kind of wears out its welcome just because you have almost everything at your disposal at the beginning. You
Yeah,
get some
pretty
new
much.
weapons and stuff to mess around with, but
And the story
Maybe I
wasn't
just-
anything to
yeah.
to watch either.
And maybe just that could have been a fact of just playing it too much all at once instead of like spacing it out.
Yeah. And this is actually really, really, really good news because as everyone is kind of getting aware now, Sega is, for the most part, really kind of up there as far as publishers on PC. They're getting their stuff on there good. that's grammar, but like
Yeah, it is.
they're doing great. Like I want to say their real big turnaround was not even Valkyria Chronicles. I think it was oh, what game was it? It's gonna drive me nuts. I want to say Sonic CD. Then they had that whole like surprise House of the not House of Typing of the Dead slash Overkill port. That was really good. Then Valkyria Chronicles came, I believe, if I got my timeline right. But they've been pretty good on PC, so this also kind of ties in hand with another story that was a while back that it's kind of related to this, but fans started a whole petition to get Sega to start porting some some of their games over to the PC, some of which included Vanquish, Virtua Fighter, Final Showdown, and what was the other one? There was a third one.
Probably wasn't Yakuza, yeah.
I don't think it was Yakuza. Maybe I want to Bayonetta. Maybe it was Valkyria Chronicles. It was one of their big games, but if Vanquish is on there, I'd imagine I don't see why Sega wouldn't be on board with Platinum putting this on PC, because the more people who get their hands on this game, the better. And I don't think most PC people, what are third-person shooter, like really fast actiony games? I'd imagine PC has a whole bunch of them, yeah?
Yeah.
So this wouldn't really stand out then on the PC front, but still.
I mean, it doesn't really stand out on console either, but it's just a good game.
True. More exposure can't hurt, though. So.
It's basically Gears of War with a robot suit where you can slide across the ground.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't played Gears, so.
I mean, it's not the greatest comparison, but
Good enough.
same style of game.
It's just the general sense so everyone knows what we're talking about. Now, going on to the next news story, Yakuza 6 is going to possibly be the end, or actually, Creator confirmed that it is the end of the Kazuma Kiryu story. And while I really, really want to talk about this, like, what can I say? I still haven't beaten Yakuza 5, so I don't know how that ends, what ends up happening to Kazuma Kiryu at the end of that, so I don't know what might happen in 6 that would cause the end of his story.
I'm going to assume you didn't watch the trailer that came out.
No, I haven't watched any Yakuza 6
Right.
except for that initial tech demo
Like the
they
tech
had.
demo thing.
Yeah. It's from what because I had you watch it for me just to kind of gauge, and you sounded like from what it sounded like when you watched it, you said that it seems there's some bits of 5 or some things after 5 that are like mentioned in this or shown.
I mean, I don't know much about anything Yakuza, but like just looking at that, you see things that are probably going to happen in 6 that you probably wouldn't want to see if you're going to play it.
Okay. Dang, Japanese trailers do that all the time. They'll just spoil everything in their trailers. They really don't care. That being said, if they do decide to end Kazuma Kiryu's story, I would be okay with it. I mean, we've had the legend of, we've had the legend for so long. It's like, I could see them wanting to move on to another character. And it wouldn't be the first time either, because the PSP Yakuza games didn't even have Kazuma Kiryu, from what I remember. It was a whole different main character.
I didn't even know they had PSP games.
It was, what was it called? Yakuza, I believe the translation was like some sort of Black Panthers. Like, I don't remember the exact translation. It was a really different game. It's the same kind of beat 'em up thing, but it was done by the people who did, what was that game? Man, that's gonna bug me. I wish I had done a little more research on the PSP games, but we never got them. But that started a whole different character, but it was set in the same Yakuza universe. So
Developers say Sin Sophia?
is that what it was?
Ring a bell?
I know the English title.
No, I meant that's the developer.
Oh,
Those games. You said they made something that you might recognize. I don't know.
what was the title again? Name again?
Sin Sophia?
Nah. I want to say it was a
Looks
Def
like a
Jam
bunch of
game,
wrestling
maybe?
games.
Yeah,
Yeah, Def
or
Jam was
something.
on there.
Okay,
Def Jam
yeah.
Vendetta.
Yeah,
And
the
Fight for New York.
the fighting in that game was really interesting. It was really zoomed up, so it was like a one-on-one type deal. Much different from the zoomed out third person kind of brawler style of the regular Yakuza games. So if they decide to do a new character, I'd be down for it.
What about
Kiryu,
Yakuza 4? Wasn't that a different character? Or did
yeah,
Kiryu show up?
he's in every game. Like 4 had it started off with Akiyama, the pink suited playboy type character. Then it had the young police officer, the blue coat guy, who I thought you'd like. He plays like Aoi, basically counter style. And the big brawler, big guy, Sajima. Then Kiryu was at the more or less kind of shoehorned in at the very end because can't have a game without him.
Well, maybe 7 though.
Yeah. They're not gonna get rid of him. I'm sure if they don't outright kill him, not spoiling anything because I haven't seen a trailer. This is just a shot in the dark. They don't outright kill him. He'll probably just be like an old man character. Probably wind up taking over the actual like family, even though he doesn't want anything to do with it anymore. So I don't know. I gotta play through 5, and I guess I'll have a gauge for it. That's pretty much it on Yakuza 6. Can't wait to see what that's like once I beat 5. Our next story is the Valkyria Revolution. Bert, this is a story for you and me. The battle demo 2.0 is coming in later. Yeah. Would you say it isn't?
I mean, until we get an official release for the US, kind of useless.
That hasn't stopped you before.
This is true.
Yeah. I mean, if you really wanted, I could definitely see you getting down on this. Other than the fact that it's a console game. So, you'd have to definitely do a little more investing this time around if you wanted to play it.
Yeah.
But from the last thing we saw of it, it really seemed like a wonky, generic, not JRPG, but action RPG. It didn't seem that good.
Not much too much of it, but it didn't look great.
Yeah. I don't even believe it's using the Canvas engine, if I remember correctly. I don't think they've used that.
No, they're using some new fancy engine I forgot what they called it though.
Yeah. It's by the Wild Arms guys, I believe, the people who made the PSP new Shining games. So, I wasn't feeling it. It was, you can watch videos of it online because there were earlier videos of Japanese players playing through Revolution, which was included in the Valkyria Chronicles HD remaster on PS4. We didn't get that demo sadly in our port, but if they had planned on localizing it, they might have done it.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll gauge how well it does in Japan, and then maybe they'll consider doing a PC port. Who knows? PC.
I wonder how well
it.
the PS4 version of Valkyria did for the US.
Yeah, that's a good question. It never was really mentioned. It just kind of silently released, and then, no word. Sega didn't even come out and be like, but performed up to our expectations.
Yeah, because we know the PC one obviously exceeded those, but I don't know how
Definitely.
this one did.
I can say this with a clear conscience. I supported the physical re-release on PS4, so anything that happens to the Valkyria Chronicles name now, I can be like, I supported it at least.
I got an avatar icon. Does that count?
Nope. You didn't pay for that, did you?
I did.
No, you didn't, you liar. That was free.
No, they're not. It's like
Wait, the Isara one?
Yeah.
You paid for that? I thought that was free.
No, they're not free.
I don't. What was it? 99 cents, Bert? Is that really supporting it? Like Sega needs more money than that.
I gave them money for the PC version.
Oh, fine. Okay, I'll give you that one. As long as you bought a version, PS4
and
or
the PS3
PC.
version.
I have the PS3 version too.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Secondhand, probably.
I bought the PS4 one brand spanking new. It's still in the shrink wrap. I gotta open it one day, or maybe keep it in there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's the metal case one. It's really nice. It's got the artwork from the book, the hardback book, the art book they had. That's the artwork that's on the metallic case. It's really nice. Nice to look at. It's also fun to play. If you guys have not played Valkyria Chronicles, please do yourself a favor and try it out. It's really good. We'll keep an eye out for Revolution and report back to you when we have more information on it after this August update, I guess. Which will be a next podcast, I imagine. Late August? Maybe next
Depends on when
one.
it is. Yeah.
We'll see. I hope they fix it, because, I mean, if they get feedback from the Japanese players, they should fix a lot of the stuff. They said they're trying to make it more RPG-ish, so...
Yeah, but you have to wonder how much they can actually change.
Yeah, I mean, because the
There's some
system's in
things-
place
Yeah.
already.
Some things that you just can't change, especially this late in the cycle.
No. Keep your fingers crossed. Our next news story, Project Diva X demo coming August 9th. What date is it right now? Let me check something. It's the 8th. So it comes out tomorrow. I will be downloading that demo. I've bought all the Project Diva... Okay, wait. Except for the 3DS one, because I'm getting to that, but...
I assume this is English?
Mm-hmm. This is the English one.
Okay.
So... You've seen me play through Project Diva 1 and 2 so far.
I have.
You already know what to expect with this game. Project Diva...
So is it the exact same stuff? I'd
no.
assume so.
Yeah.
Well, I meant the same style of game.
Yeah, exact. It's the exact same style, but this one has a shit ton more songs. Like, I believe it, if I remember, and I do think this is the port of the arcade one. It has a lot of songs from the original, the ones that were in the arcades that weren't in the original, and 2 and another one that we didn't get. So it's gonna have a lot of songs in there. So looking forward to that.
It has the old ones, yeah, from like 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. It has a couple, I believe.
Okay. Oh, only a couple, not like all of them.
Yeah, I believe it's the ones that are most popular. I believe the arcade version had like all of them, though.
Do you know if they'll do a bunch of DLC, or have they done DLC in the past for this stuff?
I believe they did DLC. They had like you could buy the outfits and stuff like that for the characters. And I think they might have had a couple of songs you could download. But I never really looked into DLC for the first 2 games because I basically just played through them and just like, that was fun. And then I put them down. I occasionally go back and revisit them. They're really fun, like just little rhythm games. You should play those, Bert. Maybe the next
Nope.
Dragon Guard game won't get you so bad
Nope.
at the end. Come on. Vocaloids aren't that bad.
The only Vocaloid I like is Tiki.
Of course. Oh, okay, I see how it is. Alright, that's fine. That's fine, Bert. Why don't you go on to your next news story, which is a rumor. Blizzard to release an HD version of StarCraft. You want to elaborate on that, buddy?
I wish there was much to elaborate on. So far, the rumor is they're going to increase the better graphics resolution, update the UI, and it's going to keep the original gameplay. There's not really much going on. That's to go off of here, so I don't know.
They're updating the UI.
It's amazing, you know?
Oh, I'm such a fan of StarCraft. I gotta know more.
It's hard to be excited about this without knowing exactly what it is, or if it even exists.
Yeah, as far as you know, it's just an HD version, so...
Yeah, and I mean, you can play those games still. They still run on modern computers.
Really?
So I don't know. Yeah.
Like it doesn't do that thing where you play an old game and the thing just goes 200 miles an hour because it's they
No.
weren't built for PCs these days?
I don't know exactly for StarCraft Original, but I know all their older games Diablos, those all work fine. They still get patched even.
That's insane. That's insane.
I don't know if they've been patching this, but I assume so because they're still. Well, I guess Korean tournaments could be running older computers or something. I don't know, but they still run tournaments for this stuff. So.
Wow. Yeah, because I remember popping in an old just one time I popped in an old, forget what game it was. I'll just say Sonic CD into a newer computer. I somehow got the thing to run and wow. It was like the game was on speed. I was like, what is happening? What is going on? Why is it going... Oh, okay, game crashed.
Usually what you'll run into is weird colors happening.
Oh, yeah, because it resets your PC. Like Roller Coaster Tycoon, even on GOG, the GOG version, I got.
Hmm.
Even when you run that, it still does that thing where it puts your computer back in like Windows 98 mode with its very limited ass colors. So you see the game running full screen on one screen, but the other screen is just fucked. Like you can see your desktop, pieces of your desktop
Yeah.
on the other screen with like green and purple and gray, and it's all pixelated and awful. And you're like, well, my computer's fucked until this game is over. Just try not to look at the other monitor. Just turn that monitor off and just focus on the cool roller coaster tycoon action over here.
Yeah, like I hope they don't mess with balance and all that stuff. Or I mean, who knows? Like, what would people even want from an HD release of this?
I'd imagine
Because
they just want an HD
The original
update.
game, yeah, the original game is just so beloved, and it's like the balance is where it needs to be, and it's like changing anything would just ruin what it is. But if they do like a big overhaul of like the single player and like fix that up and make that widescreen and maybe improve the art and the UI, that could be cool. But for the competitive scene, like they're probably not even gonna touch this.
They better not.
So I don't know. It'd be cool to see if it ever gets officially revealed.
I have a question though.
Go for it.
If this was like an HD like update, and let's say they left everything intact, would you rebuy it? Because as much as you love StarCraft, I have yet to see you play it.
I've played those back when they came out, and like they're so ancient these days. Like
Mhm.
to play those games, if you want to be competitive, anyways, is insane. Like the amount of skill and dedication you'd have to put into it. But maybe for
Well-
the story and stuff, but probably not. Even though it's like one of my favorite games of all time, I just can't see myself going back through that.
Oh, no, I was just curious. It's about the single player. I don't see you ever dedicating any time or enough time to become pro at these type of things. But I would love to see Bert in a fucking Blizzard Con or whatever with your own team taking on StarCraft people. I could be like, I know that guy. He's famous now. I hope
That
he has
won't
long
happen.
coattails. Our next story. Metroid 2 fan-made remake is now out and it's already shut down. I'm really mad because I was gonna make the joke that it's already shut down as the podcast came out, but as we were making that joke, it literally got shut down. So the joke is no longer a joke anymore. It's actually it's now the article. The joke became the article. So for those of you not in the know, some fans decided, hey, Metroid 2 could use an update. Nintendo said no. And that's the whole story. I really want to
Metroid
play
2
that.
was a Game Boy Advance game?
No, it was a Game
What
Boy
was
game,
it?
the original.
Game Boy
Game
original.
Boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Very old, very in need of updating. And that's why I was really, really wanting to see this.
That remake looked really good. That's probably
It
why I
did.
thought it was like an advanced game.
Yeah, it's because I know exactly why, and I'm sure Scoots will correct me on this because I didn't get to play Zero Mission. Zero Mission, I believe, is the one on Game Boy Advance. But it looks like it took a lot of artwork from Zero Mission. At least that Samus looks like it's from Zero Mission. I could be wrong. It could be completely redone, but I believe that's a Zero Mission sprite that they used in the fan remake for Metroid 2. But yeah, I'm probably still gonna seek this out because I want to play Metroid 2 again because I really like that one. Metroid 2, Metroid Fusion, and yeah, those are my two favorite Metroids.
What was Metroid 1 on? That was NES. right?
NES. What are you
So
talking
is
about?
this a sequel to that?
Yeah, it
And
goes
this came out
Metroid.
before Super Metroid, or was it after? I forget when the Game Boy even came out.
Yeah, because
Well,
Yeah,
not
it was
like a
NES.
release dates.
Metroid came first on NES. Metroid 2 was on Game Boy. Metroid 3 or Super Metroid takes place after Metroid 2 on Super Nintendo.
Oh, so Super Metroid is considered 3?
Yeah, that's 3. That takes place immediately after 2 because that's when the baby comes in. After Super Metroid, this is where Scoots comes in because after it loses its 2D stuff, I immediately lost interest because I think that's where it goes into Prime. Then after Prime, it goes Metroid Fusion, and then I think Other M was a prequel to one of them. I don't remember.
I figured Prime was its own thing. I didn't realize it was connected to them all.
Yeah, they're all connected. It's just I don't know where Other M is. This is why I need Scoots here for that one.
think
Oh, and then
Other
there's
M
Zero
was like
Mission, which takes place before Metroid.
Wasn't that like a prequel or like an origin story? I don't recall.
Yeah, Zero Mission is supposed to, I believe, take place either it's one redone or it's before one.
I have no idea.
It's a good game series. It's been so long since I played through them and did research on them. Because literally after Super Metroid, I stopped caring, and then Fusion came out. I was like, I'm in again.
I think the only Metroid game I played is Prime.
Which one? Just one? Prime one?
Just the first one, yeah.
Did you beat it?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I got far in it, but I don't know if I beat it or not.
Oh. Would you play? Well, I guess they've already answered that question. Would you ever play the HD Prime remakes?
No.
You don't
I believe
particularly care for Metroid, yeah?
Those were Wiimote anyway, yeah.
I thought they were GameCube games.
Yeah, but the collection was the Wii, right?
You'd have to ask Scoots.
And they put it all into the Wiimote stuff.
I wouldn't doubt it. If you're talking about the Wii ones.
Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah.
I believe that's when they put the collection all together, like Prime 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
There were 3
More
of them,
than
right?
likely. I could not tell you.
Okay, well.
Man, this really sucks. Like, I don't know anything about Prime, and neither does Bert. Help us, Scoots. Yuji Naka wants to make a Sonic and Mario crossover action game. Man, this sounds familiar. This really does sound familiar. I wonder who said that before. But for those that don't know who Yuji Naka is, if you're a Sonic fan, you should be ashamed. That is one of the co-creators of Sonic. He gets a lot of credit as being the creator of Sonic, but like, what's the Mega Man creator's name? Inafune? Didn't actually create Sonic. There was another guy who mostly designed Sonic, and Yuji Naka basically designed the first game, the physics and everything that made Sonic what he was. But the artist and everything that made Sonic was Naoto... Oh, what's his last name? I don't remember, but he runs R2 now. The other company that did Blinks the Cat and that awful DS Yoshi Island game.
Naoto Oshima.
That's it. He's the one that made Sonic look the way he is. The cool guy. I like him. Don't like what he's doing nowadays, but still cool.
What is
But
he
it's-
doing now?
I still believe he runs R-Tune.
What is that?
The company that did Blinks the Cat and that awful DS Yoshi Island game. That's the only games I know they've made lately. They may have done more since then.
Oh.
You don't remember Blinks the Cat on Xbox?
I do.
Okay, yeah, that one.
That's a long time ago, though. I
A
figured they had
long-
something recent.
The awful DS Yoshi Island game. It's weird that Yuji Naka would say that, considering he hasn't done anything with Sonic since 06. So...
Great. This will
Yeah.
bode well, huh?
No, the funny thing is Yuji Naka left during development of 06 to make his own company.
He sabotaged it then.
I don't think that project was being I don't think it was salvageable. He just jumped the ship before it sank. He was not a good captain. He's supposed to go down with that ship, then leave. The reason he left Sonic Team, rumor has it, and I believe this is 100% true, because every time he wanted to make a new game, they'd always like, oh, okay, this is a good idea. You know, let's make this a Sonic game. Or whatever, so... the aspect of Silver the Hedgehog, Bert, you already know this because I told you this already, but Silver the Hedgehog was supposed to be a whole different, like, game. Like, that whole thing was supposed to be, like, psychic character, using things around him to solve puzzles and everything was supposed to be a whole different game, IP. But somehow, some way, it wound up becoming a Sonic game, so that character became Silver in Sonic 06. Yuji
Did
Naka
Shadow come out before or after 06?
way before. That was a
Oh, so-
PS2.
So did he make Shadow also?
I think he had a hand in it. I believe he had a hand in it. Yeah. Yes, he did, actually, because a character mentions him by name in the game. One of the soldiers is like,
Oh, yeah?
Mr. Yuji Naka is okay.
Wow.
Yeah. To be fair, things
I
were
heard
going...
you like that game.
I don't like Shadow the Hedgehog, Bert. Don't start spreading rumors, Bert, that
But
you can't.
beat it on stream, and you let me choose what ending to
No, and the only reason I beat it is because you picked the easiest route.
do.
I was like, hey, Bert, pick an ending, any ending. What do you want me to do? Good, evil, neutral? You're like, I'll just go neutral the whole way through. I'm like, well, that's boring.
I
And
didn't
then-
know. I figured it'd be harder.
Nope.
I just wanted to make it hard for you.
Well, you should have picked the fucking darker hero, complete hero or complete dark.
Well, I know nothing about that game, so
I know. That's why I told you should probably not go straight neutral. And all you got was an Eggman Karate Chop ending. I hope you're happy with that.
I recall nothing of that game.
You don't remember how it ended? You got your
No.
your shadow
That's
journey.
the one where you're
bro.
going around in a circle, then he's like have to go back and forth.
Mhm. And you
That's
have a
pretty cool.
gun. You shoot things. You say "damn"
Pretty
all the time.
cool.
Yeah. And then your shadow
Play that
ending,
again.
your canon shadow ending, Bert, what you got was Shadow becoming an android that Eggman created. The original
That's
Shadow
fun.
died, and your Shadow was an android, and he was like, "I'm going to take over your stuff now, Eggman. Now die, judo chop," and that's how it ended. Hope you're happy.
Yes.
Of course. Completely off subject, but yeah, Yuji saying he wants a Sonic Mario crossover action. Wait, what's that? Bert, you hear that?
I do. What was it?
What the? I don't know what that is. Hang on, what is that? Is that a call? Let me just answer that real quick.
Sonic and Mario crossover action game. I want it! I want it, damn it! It's not a sports game! I want it!
Oh, that was weird. We usually don't get calls like that during podcasts. Hopefully that's the last time that happens. The Mario Sonic crossover game.
So, do they have any? He just says he wants to do it. Yeah, he doesn't say like what type of game he'd want to do.
Yeah, just some sort of crossover action game. I'd imagine he's thinking in the same vein as that really good idea. I never played it, but the Crash and Spyro game on Game Boy Advance. The one where Crash went into Spyro's world and then Spyro went into Crash's world. They had a crossover game like that.
I never even heard of that.
It was a cool idea. I don't know if the game was actually, those games were actually good, but they were Game Boy Advance games, and it was Crash and Spyro and Crash.
How would Sonic work in a, or how would Mario work in a Sonic game?
That's the hard part.
Because I could see Sonic working just fine in a Mario game.
Yeah. The only thing that would really kill Mario is the loop-de-loops. I don't know if he can run loop-de-loops. I know he can go straight up a wall if he's got that little ramp thing, but...
They could give him a new mushroom. Change to
Yeah.
power.
Speed mushroom.
Wow, that might be hitting a little too close to home.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, yeah.
All those mushrooms.
He takes it and he just goes really fast.
I guess so.
And to be honest, I could see Mario fitting in Sonic's world better because Mario taking on Dr. Eggman, the Battle of the Mustaches, and then fucking Sonic taking on Demon Turtle Monster. They seem to have crossed over enemies and for some reason, but I don't know.
Mario doesn't really talk, so he couldn't really do any witty banter with Eggman.
No, but Eggman's kind of enough of a character that he could kind of carry it on by himself. Just have Mario just standing there looking confused the entire time as he dialogues. I don't think Bowser's much of a talker either, unless we're talking about the RPG games. Sonic just be like, ah, Bowser, you're not cool. No. I don't know. I'd like to see a crossover game.
I mean, the original Sonic doesn't talk, right?
Yeah, the original doesn't, but the new one does. And guess which one they'd use?
Hopefully it's the Boom version.
Oh my god, then he just drive Bowser to commit suicide because he wouldn't shut up about bounce pads. Like Bowser's like, I can't believe this thing keeps talking about bounce pads. I want to die. So, hints at something happening in the future? I don't know. Yuji has nothing to do with Sonic anymore. So, whatever.
Oh, really? I guess,
No.
yeah, you said that.
Yeah, he's his own company now. Last thing he made was Ivy the Kiwi, I believe.
What is that?
A tablet phone game way back. That he may have made some other games since then, but that's the last one that ever got any coverage. It's you guide a little kiwi bird through maps when you draw the line. Kirby touch and roll, basically.
It's like that Crown game you were playing. Crown Physics Deluxe.
Yeah,
almost.
that's exactly what it's like. And
Yeah,
oh
broke.
wait, I lied. Rhodia, the thing, Rhodia.
Oh,
that was
right.
him.
That disaster.
And
Well, one of the versions was okay. I forget which one it was.
the Wii version, the 3DS version was awful, I believe.
I think
Oh no, Wii U version. Wii U was it? Wait, it came out on 3DS,
Wii
Wii,
version
and
was the
Wii
good
U.
one.
Wii version.
I believe the Wii version was the good one,
Yeah, because that's what it was originally designed for.
and the Wii U one was garbage.
Because that was a port.
But I believe the first rounds came with the Wii version.
Yeah. I actually
So
feel
that's probably-
sorry for him.
Probably worth a lot at this point. If
Yeah.
that was actually a well-received game.
Like, because he wanted to do, like, another Knights game. And this is his new Knights
no.
game. Yeah, can't you tell this is what, it's like, this is the Mighty Number 9 to the Knights, basically.
But Knights was awful to begin with.
No, it wasn't, Bert. Shut up. Why you gotta hate on Knights all the time? Why do you
This is
hate
garbage.
Knights? Why? You've never
It's
even
so-
played it.
I don't have to. Just look at it.
It's great. It's a really imaginative game. It has amazing music. You can't argue the music. I'll let you argue the gameplay,
jeez.
but have you ever listened to the soundtrack?
Only when you streamed it.
It's really good. It's the same musician that did Sonic CD. And the cool thing about the soundtrack for Knights, the last thing I'm gonna say about that is the music actually changes as you play through the game, and the emotions of the A-life on that game that will change the mood of the music. So if you kill a lot of them, the music will be sadder, and if they're happy, then the music will be very uptone. And the soundtrack, the level themes are like 15 minutes long because there's like they transition into each other, the moods. It's a really good soundtrack. Game's fine too, Bert.
I haven't really played it, so I can't really say.
Oh, the second one is garbage though, hot
Oh.
garbage.
Well then.
Yeah. Moving on. Speaking of things in the sky, No Man's Sky is gonna get a day one patch, so it'll make some huge changes. Bert, you really want to play this?
I'd like to, and there's been people obviously that have the game early and reporting on broken stuff and just basically not the game everyone was kind of hoping it would be. And then I guess they're fixing a whole bunch of stuff there. So with this day one patch, so it's going to be it's almost a whole different game at this point.
What was what was everyone expecting that it didn't live up to expectations?
I haven't really followed it too closely, but all the news around has been just fans just getting disappointed, or just their hopes are getting less and less as things were getting leaked from the early releases.
I knew that game would not be able to live up to the hype. There was no way. Just what they were pitching
it's a
was
small studio even.
Yeah, what they were pitching was way too what's the word I'm looking for? What do you call it when you have a lot of ideas but you can't actually do them?
Ambitious?
And yeah, too ambitious. I couldn't see it happening.
Well, it sounds like it's getting really close to what people wanted, and they said that they're going to keep patching it even after it's released. To they're going to add base building or something crazy like that.
Well, that sounds fine. It's just I think what they pitched originally and people's expectations got way too high. So that's probably what's causing a lot of disappointment. I think
There's
people
definitely been that.
Yeah, I think people just got to dial it down a little bit.
It's one of the main issues was just they haven't really told people what the game was for so long, so people build up this idea of what the game would be in their own heads,
Yeah.
and it's just not what the game was ever supposed to be,
Yeah. That happens all the time. Every time, yeah, because that's another thing. You can't be too vague with these things. I mean, I know they want it to be, kind of mysterious and give you kind of find out when you play it sort of thing. We're not going to spoil what's in this game. You just have to explore our world and find out. But at the same time, you got to give people something, because then this happens where everybody's like, I can do anything. But then it's no, you
People
can't.
will fill in the blanks with what they imagine themselves, and that's just not what the game was going to be created for.
Nope. It's like anything, really. Movies do that too. Sometimes it works in their favors, where a movie is so filled with plot holes and stuff like that, and it wasn't intentional, but people look at it like it was genius. wow, I wonder what he meant by this line before, this happened. It's like, well, that was just bad writing, but people interpreted it differently, so I just went on another tangent. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. Back to No Man's Sky. God damn.
Yeah,
So,
hopefully it's good.
I mean, you will be playing it, yeah?
Eventually, sure.
I thought you already had it in the queue, so I thought this was like your upcoming game, Bert.
No, not yet.
Really? You already finished Tokyo Mirage.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have an open slot now?
No, I'm not finished with it yet.
What? You beat it! You're finished. It's done.
Don't you worry about it.
Okay. Alright, Bert, you're only screwing yourself out of the most amazing experience of exploring every world you've ever
I
explored
guess we'll
in
find
your
out
life.
soon with reviews. Well, I guess reviews won't be hitting because no review copies got sent out because they wanted to get the day one patch in.
Oh. That's usually not a good sign, but I mean, I guess that if they want to do some patch stuff.
To be fair, they didn't send out review copies of Doom either.
They didn't?
Nope.
Well, that game is an amazing piece, so...
Yeah, so it doesn't always mean it's going to be something to hide type of thing.
Yeah, well...
Their excuse anyway was they wanted everyone to play on the day one patch, so I believe those are being sent out today. Review keys anyway.
Okay. They should have did that with Dark Souls, by the way. I'm going back to that story.
Yes.
Everyone starts at the same time. Well... Hey, look, we finished the gaming news section. Guess we have no other choice but to move on to the other news.
Oh no, I'm stuck talking about Suicide Squad.
Yep. It's time to put you on Suicide Watch because our next story is about Suicide Squad. And according to this, DC fans want to shut down Rotten Tomatoes for Suicide Squad's bad reviews. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. Bert, you can chime in anytime you want. I think it's time to not shut things down. I think it's time to calm down. First of all, have you guys ever once thought maybe the movie wasn't that great? Maybe the critics are right? Like, why do you gotta shut Rotten Tomatoes down? Is it that important that DC films get great reviews and everything? I can understand being upset about the reviews. Sure, it happened with Batman vs Superman, happened with Man of Steel and all that, but it's not Rotten Tomatoes constantly out for DC blood. I mean, look at the Dark Knight trilogy; those got reviewed very well. So it's not so much DC. It's just the movie has got to be good.
Also, this has nothing to do with Rotten Tomatoes. Like they're just a score aggregate. They take everyone else's reviews and put them all into one. It's not like they're the ones that are saying the movie's bad.
Yeah, it's like what percent of critics liked this film.
It's basically Metacritic for movies. Although I think Metacritic does movies too, but whatever.
Yeah. So I believe Warner Bros. Also has some share of Rotten Tomatoes too. So
Oh, really?
I thought I read that somewhere. I
guess aggregates don't really matter.
No,
but that's a conflict of interest for reviewers. But I guess if it's just
that's
true, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because
it's
I believe that GameSpot owns something like Game Rankings, which is kind of the same thing. Which doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Scoots and I talk about, Suicide Squad later in the spoiler cast. We pretty much say what we thought of it. I don't really agree with the critics that it was that bad. It was bad, but not Batman vs Superman bad.
And plus, if this was actual critics that you were trying to shut down, that's the last thing you'd want to do. Having more opinions out there is always going to be better.
Yeah. Well, to a lot of people, having that, the reviews, the bad critic reviews and everything, will stop a lot of people from going out and, seeing it. Because a lot of casual people will be like, oh, that didn't review well,
yeah,
or,
The worst thing about those is you just see a percent, and you don't actually see, what the people actually think about the movie.
No. It's just rotten or fresh.
That's one of the reasons I don't like I don't even put a review on, or a score at the end of my videos, whenever I do make them. It's just
I was
you
gonna-
want to go with what the person has to say and not just the score.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean because you could literally spend the whole like a whole 30 minutes explaining your feelings on something like I didn't particularly care for this and this and this. You'll have every valid reason in the world, but the moment you put that score at the end, everything you said becomes invalid, and it's like they didn't hear a word you said. So if
Exactly.
you just if you keep your review in like I didn't particularly care for this and this and this and this, but it also had these things in there. If you like it, take a look. If not, don't take a look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if they just see a 50%, then people will just glance over it and be like, "Oh, this game's not for me."
Or
or
they'll
if
be
they
like,
really
this
liked
this
it-
guy doesn't know what
Yeah,
what he's talking
exactly.
about. And they'll hate you.
It's just pointless for that.
You
But
can't
it's an easy
win.
way to find out if a movie's good or bad.
Yeah.
And people like that. That's quick access to that kind of thing.
Let's just put it this way: of the movies released this week, it's not 9 Lives at least.
I'm not even gonna ask what that is.
I'm glad you asked, Bert, because
Oh,
it's
boy.
yeah. So stop me if you've heard this before, Bert. A businessman has
Stop.
no time for his family. Okay.
What is it?
A businessman has no time for his family. Oh no! So his daughter just thinks she wants a cat. So said dad businessman goes to store to buy cat. Then I believe I read the synopsis on this and I was like, this is so stupid. Somehow he winds up switching bodies with the cat. And now he's got to prove that he's not a bad dad or that he's the dad in the cat. I don't know how it is, but
So where's the human body? What's that doing?
I believe it's in a coma with the cat in it or something like that. I don't know. It's a really bad movie. I believe it's bombing as we speak. And it's got a horrible, horrible rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that that's anything to go by, but
If I was at the theater and I was like, Suicide Squad or this cat movie, I'd probably watch that.
you watched the cat movie?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my god! Do you like oh, but Bert, that movie's that's so cliche and tropey. It's so overdone. The businessman who has no time for his family thing is so overdone just in itself. But then to have the whole I'm trapped in a pet body or something like that. What about 100 Good Deeds for Eddie McDowell? And what's the other movie? Dr. Dolittle, I think, had something like that. Just all those different things. Like, why? This has
I
been
have no
done.
idea what you're talking about, so this is good for me. It's
Oh,
fresh.
no, it's not fresh. Actually, I think it's got like a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I see. You did that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad, and it's bombing. I believe it's not made a lot of money. So, hey guys, DC fans, at least it's not 9 Lives. At least it's not that. Get hype.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Bert, I guess that's it. We're gonna have to go into our pre-recorded session with Scoots on the Q&A session, as well as the end bit of the spoiler cast going over Suicide Squad, what me and Scoots thought of it. So if you're into those things, the Q&A session and the Suicide Squad spoiler cast,
The
stick
Q&A
around.
session. Are you putting that on at the beginning or after this?
Fuck, if I know, we'll find out in editing. This is gonna be great.
This
Oh
whole
man.
podcast.
Thi-
If anyone's curious why it sounds so weird and disjointed,
Yeah,
because it is.
yeah. Don't worry about it, guys. Well, it'll be fixed. On to the Q&A session, maybe. And by the way, guys, if you want to send us a question or just ask anything in general that you want us to answer in the next podcast, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can tweet at us, or you can send it to wolfiecoms@gmail.com. Hey, Scoots, what was that again?
Wolfiecoms@gmail.com.
And we will answer. That was sexy. We can answer that as soon as we can. And by that, I mean in the next podcast. But our first question of the week comes in from Jin the Wolf, our boy Jin the Wolf, always with the questions. And his question is, this seems to make people debate a lot, jokingly, but do you think deep dish pizza can be considered a pizza or a glorified pie if you eat it with a knife and fork? I'm going to go with the pie option.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the pie as well. Even though I don't care, it's delicious.
Yeah, true. I think anything you eat
Well-
with a fork and knife at that point becomes a pie.
Then
Shepherd's
again,
pie.
I
Well,
eat
you don't have
pizza
to
in
eat it
general.
with the.
Yeah,
you
you
don't have to
could
fucking
just shove your hands in that thing and just go. Rah!
Yeah,
Go to
that's
town
how
on that
that's
thing.
how pizza is meant to be eaten with hands. But I would
Depends
say
on the
that's a
pizza
pie.
for me.
Yeah.
I would say it's a pizza. Because that's what it is. It's this name. Who cares what it's
Well,
actually called?
It depends. Are you getting like a Pizza Hut deep dish pizza, or are you getting a New York deep dish pizza? There's differences.
How about Chicago?
Like legit different
Well,
types of
it
pizzas.
doesn't matter. It's still a pizza.
Well,
That's what
no,
they're
I'm
calling
saying because they're prepared. Like, you ever had have you ever had a New York pizza?
it. No.
Well, that's legit pizza. This coming from a guy who visited New York multiple times for family.
I'm sure Italy wouldn't have something to say about that.
Well, okay. Shit. Okay, you know what, Bert? Fine, fine. I'm talking about real American pizza over here, New York style. It's the way to go.
Yeah, but would we call it pizza?
No, we call it za, of course. You know.
If it's not the same as what it's like in Italy? It's
No,
all, it's all just dumb.
Theirs is more like a. It's pizza, but like, if I remember
Yeah, and so
correctly,
is deep
it's a flat. It's like a flatbread though. Like it's very flat. Because I remember when I went to Italy, we had pizza there. Could have been how they prepared it at where we went to eat it, but it seemed more like a flatbread with like Sicilian like
You're talking about
seasonings
the
and shit
stone-
on it. It was
you're
really
talking about-
good.
You're talking about the stone oven type of pizzas, right? The ones that they actually, cook in the actual like stone oven, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, those
I'd
are
have to
usually-
look at a picture of it and I could tell you what it is, but it was a long time ago.
Where they spin the dough in front of you and then they slap the
No,
crap out
it
of
wasn't that. No,
See, I've had that. That's the good pizza,
it's really good pizza.
and it's usually flat, kind of like flatbread.
Yeah, flatbread pizza is okay. They actually like no, that's a tangent. Never mind. I hope. Bro, did you even say what you? Yeah, you thought it was
Yeah,
pizza. Okay,
it's a
Yeah.
type of pizza.
it's a type of pizza. All right. And our second question comes from Jin the Wolf, and this one I can answer 100%. And the question is, what's the worst thing you've ever tried from a common fast food joint? Jin the Wolf said he tried the BK Mac and Cheetos.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, man. Oh.
When was this a thing? BK Mac and Cheetos. Is this recent?
It's been there for like 2 months already.
Really?
It's okay. It's mac and cheese
Uh-huh.
in the form of a Cheeto with the Cheeto crust thing over the mac.
What?
Yeah.
That they do know Cheetos aren't like real cheese, yeah?
It does not taste like Cheetos at all. I'm just giving you the heads up on that. It's
Then
gross.
what is it?
It's gross.
It doesn't even taste like Cheetos. Like
No.
they
It
have
tastes
one
like,
job.
It tastes like horrible mac and cheese.
Oh, that's the
With Cheetos
worst.
stuff over it.
I'm just trying to imagine like good mac and cheese with like Cheeto topping. I don't see it. I don't see it
But-
because. Oh, sorry. Go on.
But yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
The worst thing I've ever tried in a common fast food joint, anything in Jack in the Box.
Good answer. I was gonna say something. I was
Anything
actually.
from Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
You want to get sick? You just go to Jack in the Box. You want their tacos? That thing is greasy, dripping, nasty grease all over your hands. When you eat
It-
that, it'll go straight to your stomach. When it'll straight to your stomach, you'll just vomit. Or you'll have the ultra turbo shits. But
The
besides the point,
shitstorm.
you'll vomit.
Yeah, now that you said that, I actually just remember the smell of the Jack in the Box tacos. I don't like that smell. Because when I went to college in Missouri, I guess I went to Missouri, Earth City, St. Louis area for college. There was a Jack in the Box right next to the college. It was the only fast food restaurant next to the college. So everybody went there to get those nasty tacos, and the whole lunch, like not lunch area, the break room area smelled of that crap all the time, and I couldn't take the smell.
Yeah. I mean, the burgers were fine the first time I tried it. It's just...
One time I had a burger from them, I actually got food poisoning.
Damn.
And I've talked about that before many times with you guys.
What about
yeah.
your love for Little Caesars?
okay, there are multiple fast food chains I have a problem with. By the way, if you guys would like to have sponsorship on the Monday Night Wolfcast, and you're thinking, man, these guys sure are charismatic and can pitch a product, you want to get your little advertisements in, go ahead. We are ready to sell out and fucking throw our products all over our viewers' faces. So please,
Damn.
if
Damn,
even
Where did
sellout.
that come from?
yeah, even if you're Little Caesars, I will turn my mind around if you throw enough money at us. You know, we'll shill your product.
What about Domino's?
Fuck Domino's.
Speaking
Let me
of Little
think.
Caesars, you should try their deep dish pizza.
I'm not touching
pretty-
Little
it's pretty-
Caesars with a
It's pretty
6-inch.
much really bad. It's really awful.
It's. I'm trying to think because I got to narrow it down between Jack in the Box, Domino's, Little Caesars. I had a bad IHOP experience.
So have I. I had dried pancakes.
Dry pancakes.
Flipped the table. I was upset.
How do you get a dry pancake? How's that possible? At which point, wouldn't it just be a glorified waffle without the texture, the holes in
It
it?
was hard, and I had to like keep dumping butter pecan syrup all over the damn thing just to eat the damn thing. And I'm all crying when I'm eating it. I'm like, oh, it's terrible. Why? Why?
I'll say in recent memory for me, and Bert will know what I'm talking about, that one time I tweeted out when I was at Mickey D's, when I was at McDougal's, I was like, man, I need something healthy because my doctor had been like, dude, your insides are a fucking brick right now. You're constipated to shit. You need some fucking fiber in you, and you're going to explode if you don't. And I was like, okay, let me try one of these healthy fucking wraps from McDonald's. I've never eaten a wrap before. I didn't know what was lurking inside that wrap, what monstrous things were lurking inside there. They weren't human, and they weren't meant to be ingested. I bit into that thing. I took a big ass bite. I was like, and then immediately everything went sour, and I started seeing colors, and there was too much mayonnaise in that thing. It was like I bit into it, and the mayonnaise like squirted out from like the back of it. Like,
It just
like that wrap was like it lost its shit, and I lost mine. I didn't feel good for the rest of the day. I was like, I ingested the mayonnaise came out at such a high velocity, it like went down my throat as I bit into it. I was like, no, body did not like that one. So I'll say that Mickey D's wrap. I still remember it. I can still taste it.
Speaking of fast food, you know there's hidden menus for every fast food restaurant?
Oh yeah.
There was one, Arby's, the Meat Mountain. Should do it. Should do it.
No.
It's a sandwich just ever with all the meats in one.
Well, that sounds like a video for another time. Bert, you've been awfully quiet.
Well, I gotta ask how the hot dog ranks from Burger King.
Oh, you're okay. Scoot, you
Better
go
than
first.
better than BK Mac and Cheetos.
That's not saying much.
I had the chili one, and the
Oh.
chili was stupid cold.
Ew. Okay, that's gross.
Like they just took it out of like they had it in the container. They just took it, they scooped it, and they just put it on like an actual cooked hot dog. It's like, there you go. They put cheese on it. Cold
Enjoy.
cheese. And so then I take a bite. I'm like,
This thing's not digestible. I will say, the VK dog. Hey, that's a good question, Bert. I already have my answer on that. I made a video on that. It's on my reaction
you're
channel.
gonna do that, huh?
damn sellout.
Hey. That's a good video, and everyone should watch me eat that dog. Watch me eat it.
All right.
It was all right. Bert, you've
All
been
right.
really quiet throughout this whole idea. What was the worst thing you ate? And I know the answer, and if you don't say it, I'm gonna be really disappointed.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are
What
you-
is it?
are you-
I haven't really tried any like
Well-
novelty items from these places.
Okay.
The only thing I can really think of is McDonald's. Their breakfast menu, their
Oh!
breakfast burritos are disgusting.
Oh, Yeah.
I actually like those things.
No, something's wrong with you.
Damn.
Go to Sonic
Something's
instead.
wrong with you. Okay.
Go to Sonic instead. You'll be fine.
I like
Ugh.
both.
Then why not both?
That's all I got.
All right.
Well,
They,
I
they
was
took
gonna
away.
say.
They took away the thing I like the most in Sonic. Friggin'
What's that?
steak, egg, and cheese burrito. It's gone. It's gone. Rest in peace, steak, egg, and cheese burrito.
You will be missed.
But then again, when I just go to Sonic, I don't get breakfast. I just get, hey, I want a burger. At 6 o'clock in the morning. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Oh, also give me a shake, too. Oh, okay. That's how you counter breakfast.
Yes. Fast food for breakfast just isn't a good thing. But thanks for the question, Jen. Well, hopefully we answered both your questions well. Thanks for the questions as always. Our next question is going to spark a little bit of controversy and debate between us. This may break us up like
There's gonna be a rift
Civil War.
There's going to be a rift in friendship.
Yep. This is the question that ends
this will be
us.
perfectly fine.
So
Is
who's
it?
going to be the vision and just, like, paralyze someone?
That'll be Bert.
Well, that sounds right.
Yeah.
No,
Because he's too busy
Anyways.
focused.
From Baked Potato, which games have better music? Mario or Sonic?
Oh boy. I don't even think this is a question.
You know what? I'll start.
It's not a
Okay,
question.
go on.
Besides the athletic theme from Super Mario Brothers 3, I think Sonic has better game music than Mario.
I will second that thought. I strongly believe that Sonic has better music than Mario. But Mario music is amazing. But I will say Sonic has more consistent good music. Because Mario
something here.
reuses a lot of their tracks.
Oh,
No, go on, Bert.
Start,
What are you going to
starting?
Are we counting spin-offs that aren't made by the companies?
Okay, so we'll do two. Mainline. Okay, how about we break it into three categories? The 2D games, the 3D games, and the spin-offs. How about that? Because I'll do it this way. Because if I say 2D, I'll say Sonic for sure. Like Sonic 1, 2, especially 2, Sonic CD, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. The 2D ones are really good.
You're leaving out.
Wait, what?
You're leaving a game out.
No, I'm not. I'd say that though all those trump the old school Marios. 3D is really close because I'm thinking Mario Galaxy was really, really, really good in music. But then I think of Unleashed, Sonic Unleashed, which had an amazing fucking soundtrack despite the quality of the game. And
I
then
want
colors.
crazy action music, and Sonic always delivers.
Yeah,
Especially
because
Night of the Wind.
You forgot I'm all of me. There's a lot of guilty pleasure songs, like the good songs, and then there's songs like those. So I'll say Sonic again. Then for spin-offs, and which would be the thing you're asking, Bert?
Sonic Chronicles.
I'd say Mario because the Sonic spin-offs that aren't made by Sega have awful music usually.
I do love if we're talking about spin-offs, I love the Mario RPG music.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Mario and Luigi. Those games are always good when it comes to music.
Yeah. So yeah, I give the spin-offs to Mario for that one. Trying to compare Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga to Chronicles? Get out of here, man. Get out. I know what the ending theme for this podcast is going to be. All right. Who wants to go next? What are your thoughts? 2D, 3D, and spin-offs. I guess Bert.
I'll go. 2D would be Sonic.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We're not counting that game, Bert.
We have to.
It's not. That's a spin-off.
Would it be counted as a spin-off?
Well, okay, it's made by Sega, but...
That's not a spin-off. And it's full spin, so it works.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh god, no, stop.
3D?
No, No.
I don't know that I've heard
No.
very many Sonic.
No.
3D.
No spinball. Stop
That's
right
all he's
there,
talking
right
about with
now.
the 2D is spinball.
No.
I don't know that I've heard much 3D Sonic music, but I don't like Mario 3D Sonic music with the wahs.
Oh,
So, no.
so neither.
I'll give it up to Sonic, because who cares?
You begrudgingly said that, but go on.
I guess with spin-offs, I would give it to the Marios.
Just because Scoots brought up the best point that the Mario.
Well, that's what I was comparing. That, and then there was,
Mario
Toy
RPG.
Brotherhood.
Oh.
No, we don't talk about Chronicles.
That's why it didn't win.
Oh, God. Like, I'm gonna use the fucking the last level theme as the ending theme for this podcast.
Oh,
That's
no,
it.
No, please,
Yep.
please don't.
The
No!
Big Arms theme. It's gonna be great. That's a really good question. I thought that was gonna really break us apart, but surprisingly, it didn't.
We created an ultimate alliance.
Nice. No Civil War, just Ultimate Alliance here.
Okay,
That's
you
it
never did
for-
ask me.
Well, what's that? Oh yeah,
Okay.
Scoots. Yeah, sorry. Oh my God, Scoots. My
okay.
bad. Oh
Eh, moving on.
no!
Yeah, moving on,
Shut
please.
up, Bert. You don't control this podcast. God damn it. Hey,
No
Bert.
one cares. No one cares about Scoot's opinion.
Oh. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like Scoots' thoughts and opinions.
Bye-bye. No, but if we're talking about 2D, Sonic always, for me, it works. It's always like the best thing ever, Sonic, or like music-wise. Because, especially when Michael Jackson had a little hand in
In 3?
Sonic 3.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Knuckles because I don't think he did Knuckles.
He did, yeah, he did, hang on, let me think. Yeah, he did Knuckles too.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
I wonder if I
Remember
get suppressed.
of, fuck, what's that? I forget the theme right now. Hang on. I'm trying to go through the Sonic Knuckles game in my head. No, wait, that was... No, I'm wrong. It was 3. You're right.
But yeah, I like that more than Mario, even though Mario had really good, music, especially Mario World, if you remember.
Oh, great.
Mhm.
And actually, if just to add to the Mario is better and spin-offs, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island is a spin-off.
Would you count Mario 2 as being a spin-off also?
What's Mario 2 again?
Doki Doki Panic?
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a spin-off for sure. That's a spin-off. I wouldn't think that's good music, though, to be honest.
It's still ingrained into my brain.
Yeah, true.
That's okay. We just pick up things and throw it at others. That's the best thing about that game. But yeah, there was that, and then the spin-off games. Obviously, I already said the Mario RPG games.
Yeah.
Especially Mario and Luigi.
But overall...
Bowser's
sorry.
Inside Story was like really good music.
It was done by the Kingdom Hearts composer, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no contest.
That and for 3D games, that was really hard for me because I like the Mario Well, when you mentioned Mario Galaxy, I just remembered all the good
Yeah.
orchestrated music.
It's really strong.
But if I want most of the time, usually I play action-y type of games, and Sonic games tends to be the number one thing I like to listen to. Hell, you remember Sonic 06?
Yeah! That broken-ass game has amazing music.
It had some awesome music.
It really did.
How was Boom's music?
Generic?
I don't
Remember?
actually recall from when I watched that. No.
It was
It
just
was pretty
orchestrated
bad.
stuff.
I don't know. I didn't hear any
Generic
music.
orchestra.
All I heard was, ooh, a bounce pad. Ooh, a
Bounce
bounce
pad.
pad.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
The
bounce pad.
vocals really canceled out the music. The weird thing, last thing I'm going to say on that is, the weird thing is that was done by Richard Jakes, I heard, who does, all the greats, like Sonic R and all that stuff. He did all those. But, He was just told, here, do an eventually orchestrated thing. He's like, okay. So he did. Overall, yeah. Consistency, I'd say Sonic. So, thanks for the question, Baked Potato. That is it for our question and answer session. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to the spoiler cast.
No, that's wrong.
We're going to go ahead and move on to
The gamers.
Yeah.
No, to what we did.
Fuck!
Yes, we did.
No, wait. Now we're going to move on. Fuck! Welcome everyone to the spoiler cast. We are going to be talking about Suicide Squad and all of its spoilerific glory. So if you have not seen the movie and you really want to see it, just go ahead and turn the podcast off at this point. We appreciate you guys listening, but for those of you who want to hear what me and Scoots think of Suicide Squad, stay tuned because here we go. Scoots, you saw Suicide Squad, did you not?
I did. And
Now
it was
tell me.
straight up gangsta.
Oh, you actually liked it.
No, I'm referencing a part in the movie.
I remember
Actually,
that.
I thought it was good.
Well, can we say, I think we can both come to an agreement and say this one is definitely better than Batman vs Superman?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about the DVD cut or whatever, the Blu-ray cut with the extra 30 minutes. I'm talking about the theatrical release. So for those of you who are like, Batman vs Superman is not a bad movie, you know, I'm talking about what I saw in theaters, which was abysmal. But yeah, I'll say Suicide Squad is definitely better than Batman vs Superman. This is probably one of the, and it's not saying much, but this is one of the best DCEU films right now. And there's only like, what, 3 of them? Man of Steel, Batman vs Supes, and this one?
Pretty much. Then the next one's supposed to be Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, then Justice League.
Yeah.
And then they're also setting up for the solo Bat flick film, which is the only one I'm actually, if I'm going to be honest, looking forward to. This movie, I feel this movie has, and you've probably heard this before, but it has a lot of problems. But to me, it's a messy movie that's actually somewhat enjoyable to watch. Somewhat.
Right.
Like, I can't, and I think the reason I wound up being okay with the movie more so than I thought I was because of the whole, like, what the critics were saying and everything. And, you know, some critics were saying that this was worse than Batman vs. Superman. And I was like, there's no way. If it's worse than that movie, then I can't. So I went in there expecting Batman vs. Superman, or worse than that. I came out going, it wasn't that bad. It was watchable.
Right.
So
It just made me question, like, the reviewers, the critics, because
yeah,
they do this every time with every DC movie now.
it is weird. I'll say this is about the same level I had of watching the second Ninja Turtle movie. I didn't feel strongly one way or another.
Okay, another good example would be The Killing Joke. I just watched that in the movie theaters, and they said it was bad because of the first half. I mean, I could see it, but it was not bad. It kept true to The Killing Joke.
You're
The
talking
actual
about the
comic
second
book.
half, not the first half, though.
But yeah, but at the same time, it's understandable because if anyone's ever seen Batman Beyond, Barbara Gordon actually hints at a relationship with Bruce Wayne, even though The Killing Joke is something completely different, whatever.
But
They've always had something.
I was gonna ask, because maybe you can answer this, maybe you don't know, but is Killing Joke, because I know, you know, different runs of different comics, is that canon or is that a what-if scenario type
That's
story?
canon.
It's actually canon.
It's an actual Batman story. Main Batman story.
Okay, so like the events
That's
of that
how-
are actually like affected the rest of the comics and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's what leads to Oracle. Basically.
Oh,
when-
right. Okay.
Yeah. And if you
All
remember in
right.
the Batman games, that's how Barbara Gordon becomes Oracle. And you see it many times within the Batman games too.
So here's the thing. If we're gonna talk about Suicide Squad here, I'm mixed because, as everyone knows, not the biggest like DC. I don't know a lot about the DC stuff, so a lot of the stuff I, you know, learned about the characters was from this film.
I
So
mean, like,
except like the Batman villains, the Batman lineup. Um,
so you're talking about like bad guys like Slipknot.
yes, Rope Guy, the amazing dude. Let's be honest. Let's be real. The best character in the entire movie.
I don't know. I'm liking Captain Boomerang here, but yeah,
I'll
Slipknot,
admit, he won me
Slipknot
over.
was the best. Slipknot was the best.
Keyword being was because that man is dead now. This is a spoiler cast, so we can talk about all of that. It's fine.
They actually kept true to that. Actually, it's different than the comic books. His arm blows up, but it's still technically death.
Does he die from it, or does it just his arms are going?
It's, well, I guess he does technically die from it.
I was gonna say, because I mean, technically, if he can't use his arms, then what good is he? Because isn't his only like, and I guess that brings me to another point of the movie that I didn't kind of like was, I don't know how to phrase it. Like, how do I do this? Do I talk about what I liked first and what I didn't like? I want to go with what I didn't like first, or actually what I did like first. I really enjoyed the actress who played Amanda Waller.
Mm-hmm.
She was great. I loved every minute she was on screen. Very sadistic, super like strong character, amazing. Like I would watch a movie based around that character. Will
She was
Smith,
straight up gangsta.
she was fucking murdered everyone. Everyone.
Which
Shut up.
reference what Will Smith said to her when she killed the random person in the little base room.
They didn't have
The little
clearance.
base yeah, didn't have clearance. Shot the
They
guy.
didn't have clearance. You gotta kill him.
Yep.
Will Smith was, and it's just because he's Will Smith being Will Smith like, but a lot of people complain that they didn't like his take on Deadshot because it was really just Will Smith being Will Smith, but I don't know. Will Smith really killed it in this one. I do feel like he didn't really embody the characters. Like it really did feel like it was just him, you know? But it was still enjoyable. I really like watching him do what he did. He had one of the best action segments in the movie, if I'm going to be honest about it. The one where he was mowing down every single one of those, whatever those things were.
Well, that's Deadshot for you. He has like perfect aim.
That was really good.
But
Captain
he
Boomerang.
Oh yeah, Captain Boomerang. Yeah, he actually kept true to his character, a complete scumbag.
I love the scumbaggery of that character. Go on.
I remember the one part where they were all drinking, right? And then the
Uh-huh.
guy's like, he just smashes the phone. He's like, yeah, you're all free now.
And he just fucking like takes off and just like
He drinks a little tiny shot and then runs away.
that was perfect. I wound up enjoying that character a lot. And if you really think about it, he inadvertently caused Rope Guy to fucking die.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what he did in the comics too.
It's great because they're just walking through. He's like, "Oi," because he's all Australian and criminal-like, and he's like, "Oi, it's all mind games. They didn't really put explosives on us." He's like, "Really? How do you know?" He's like, "Trust me, I just know. We try to escape together, yeah." And then he just fucking like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then it's just like I was like, "Oh no, I know where this is going." And then Rope Guy just fucking gets his head blown off, and I was like, I like Captain Boomerang already. That's the way to scumbag somebody. And have, figure it out like, yep, there are actually explosives in us. Okay. And what else did I like? I guess that's really all I really liked. Those four characters, Deadshot, Amanda Waller, Captain Boomerang. I guess those three characters.
Didn't you say Will Smith as well?
Yeah, Deadshot.
Yeah.
Before I go into what I didn't like with the film, you want us to go over what you liked as well?
All right. I liked Amanda Waller as well. She kept true to her character.
really strong.
Deadshot as well. They actually portrayed the family side of Deadshot, the family man Deadshot.
Oh, he
what I
actually did
like.
have a family. That wasn't just
Yeah.
for the movie.
That's why he does what he does most of the time, is because he wanted to support his daughter.
Gotcha.
That and I did like the Captain Boomerang and all the Batman cameos and the Flash.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. The Batman cameos are great. For like the, what, 10 seconds he shows up on screen.
Yeah. Especially the Flash cameo. That was really funny.
Here's the thing, and I'm just gonna go on a little mini tangent here. Why is Captain Boomerang a Flash villain? And why does Flash even have any villains? Can't he just straight up deal with them by running really fast? Like, how are they a challenge to him? Especially Captain Boomerang.
Because Captain Boomerang had the worst end of the stick of who he had as a hero that counters his villainy.
Okay, so he's basically like the ultimate jobber in the Flash like storylines.
Yeah, he's one of the major Flash villains. That and there was another one, Captain Cold. See, Captain
Cold,
Cold
I can understand because it's like he can. Cold is just taking energy out of things, so he could, I could see that working against Flash. But like, a guy who throws boomerangs is gonna take out the Flash who can dodge anything. I don't see it.
He has an assortment of boomerangs.
But
Don't you forget about that.
before he can even throw the boomerang, Flash could just like be there in his face, break his arms, and then that's it.
That's why he has to throw it in the beginning before Flash gets to him somehow.
I don't know. I just don't buy it. Like, Flash is too powerful of a hero.
Some random BS.
I guess, yeah.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
but
see,
go on with what you liked as well.
It was pretty lame of a villain, but at the same time, I like his scumbaggery.
He was really good in the movie. I'll give him that.
He even had that little stuffed animal he always carried with him. It made me laugh.
Okay, I thought that was just a little, like, nod to, like, Deadpool or something like that. With his obsession with unicorns. I don't know.
Could be. And what do you think of the Enchantress?
I'll be honest. I liked the design of the character, and I thought, like, okay, this is an interesting character, but around the third act of the movie or whatever, the second half of the movie, when the action shit goes down, I thought she just became generic.
What about Katana? I thought Katana was alright. It's just
Who?
I like Katana, but the Japanese girl with the katana.
No, I know who you mean. I'm just saying, what she did.
I know,
she was a character.
I knew you were gonna. I like the fact that they put that character in the movie, but at the same time, this is where we're gonna go like straight into like what I didn't like. And you just went and said who?
Yeah. Like, she did
What was she
nothing.
Well,
She did nothing.
Killer Croc didn't really do anything.
Hence why I didn't really care for him either. I really only care for 3 characters in the film, and it's only the ones that really got, like, screen time.
You want to know who didn't really do anything? El Diablo until the very end. But they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose because he was scared he was going to kill everyone.
And that's another thing I want to go into that I didn't like about El Diablo. And this is just a nitpick of mine more than anything. So, nitpicking coming up. But do you remember the CG when they were showing, like, here's what Diablo can do on the, like, screen?
Yeah.
The CG they used there was awful. It looked awful. Like, it looked like they photoshopped him onto a background with, like, flame effects that you find in, like, I don't know, something. It did not look great. I almost laughed when he did when he was talking to, like, everybody he had burned alive. He was like, yeah, who else wants something? He had, like, the little crown made of fire over his head. I was like, this is silly, and it looks awful.
And Will Smith always calling him Essay.
Yeah. It was only during, like, those scenes where he was on screen where the flames and everything just looked really, really bad. It really took me out. When he was using it in, like, I guess the movie bits, it was fine, but that one part it looked bad.
It's okay. El Diablo was the true hero of Suicide Squad.
Where the hell did that form he had come from? Did they hint at that ever? I may be dumb because that probably hinted at it a lot during the movie. I mean, he said like, if I lose control, everyone dies, but I didn't think it was gonna be that thing. Is that like what is that? He
When he
became some
gets
sort of
so
giant doom demon.
when he gets so pissed off, then he loses control, and then he becomes that. I guess that's what he was saying.
I guess that's what
But
I thought about it.
the comic book El Diablo is 100 times different, though, so I really can't
Oh,
go by what.
I'd completely forgotten Diablo was in the movie until you just said that. And that's bad because he did actually have a lot of screen time.
He was just walking with them, and then they're all like, "Hey, why aren't you doing anything?
He
It's
didn't
better
do
this way.
shit until like the very
It's better
end.
this way." He's like, "It's better this way."
Yeah, all
And Will
depressing
Smith says-
shit.
And then Deadshot's all like, "Hey, get your ass in gear. You fucking suck."
I also didn't like Harley Quinn's portrayal in this.
I knew you were gonna go and do
Yeah,
this.
I'm not that type of guy that's all, that I don't want to be that guy, but I gotta be that guy this one time. I maybe I'm wrong again, because again, I don't know my DC stuff, but I don't see that character being quite like that. Like, I know she's insane and shit, that's her thing, but like, why is she so scantily dressed? Why is she looking like the bars? And is that how she was? Because my only real like
She
knowledge
was
from
just
that character
crazy.
comes from the animated series, and I don't think maybe my memory's bad, but I don't recall her acting quite like that. But this is, I guess, a different take on it. I just didn't like this take of Harley Quinn.
Animated series, there was a lot of hints that she was trying to arouse the Joker.
Oh yeah, that. But I mean, she didn't fucking. Maybe she did. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't care for that portrayal.
She
Over
hits on
sexualized
people.
to me.
Yeah, she hits on people within the comic books, and that reminds me. You ever seen Batman like Assault on Arkham?
No.
It's actually really good. It's basically Suicide Squad, and Harley Quinn on that one is she tries to sleep with a Deadshot, and she pretty much does.
I guess I should look at that sometime then.
But that was the one. Batman beats the crap out of everyone at the end.
But what else? Yeah, and man, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I did not care for Leto's Joker. It didn't click with me.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, it did seem kind of underwhelming.
It was creepy, but not in the way I want to be creepy. Like, and I couldn't get over the way he was talking either. It sounded like he had a list, or he was trying to struggle to get over that, like talk through that grill he had. Just all that talking's gonna get you hurt. It's just weird. It didn't click with me. But I would like to see him take on Bad Affleck's Batman. So there's that. I mean, it's just from the very little he was in the movie, it didn't do anything for me. So yeah.
Yeah, there was that. There was more. Okay, Joker was more like an actual gangster instead of the clown prince of crime.
Sure, yeah, he was. It was probably the added design too, the damage tattoos, the grill.
Kiss my
It-
ring.
It just seemed offish. It's a different
Yeah,
take on Joker. I
tattoo.
know he's not supposed to be Heath Ledger's Joker or the classic Joker. Every Joker's different. Just this one didn't really click with me.
I thought this was going to be the barefooted Joker from the Batman cartoon series.
Is that the
I
one
don't
where he
know if you
looked like a
ever
monster?
The Joker?
Yeah, there was one where he looked like a monster. It was really no one really liked that one.
It was weird because there was one there where he was like barefooted and he had like dreadlocks.
I think that's the one. Yeah, really weird looking. Maybe it's not a monster.
See, Joker is portrayed differently in every
Yeah.
fucking thing.
This particular version just didn't do it for me, I guess.
He had that tattoo on his freaking hand with a smiley face on it.
Yeah,
And
that
he put it
thing.
on and he put it on his face. That was weird.
Yeah. The movie really did seem to me like they really did want to, and I don't want to make the comparison, but it's kind of true here. It seemed to follow the Marvel formula, if I'm going to be honest about it. Like, it felt like I was watching a DC's version of Avengers, kind of, but not that good. Just it was,
It even
yeah.
it even had the thing at the end with
The stinger. It had the stinger.
Yeah.
They were making quips everywhere, which apparently DC fans hate that about Marvel films, that they don't take themselves seriously and they're too colorful and bright. But this is essentially if this is a Marvel movie, this would be mediocre at best, but since this followed Batman vs Superman, it gets an okay from me.
Right.
The next movie it better be fucking good though. No, I said that last time, but I mean it this time. This one I can just that's okay. But they don't get another one. So I'm probably gonna skip Wonder Woman and just go to Justice League.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I just don't have enough interest in the character. I don't
But-
care about Wonder Woman.
But we could sing the Wonder Woman theme song.
I thought you were talking about the other theme, the theme they use from Batman vs Superman. That weird
It's
sounding thing.
I had someone at work actually listening to that.
Oh
I
my
was giving you
goodness.
crap about it. But yeah,
I mean, other than that, I mean
that's all I got for that.
that's all I got too.
I thought it was a decent movie myself.
Yeah, it was all right. I don't
It
see
didn't
what the
des- it
critics
didn't-
were like
It
going
didn't
nuts
deserve the
on.
hate. It didn't deserve the hate that.
At the
pretty
same
much
time,
got.
it wasn't a great movie either. It wasn't a
Yeah.
good movie. It was okay. It was okay. It's okay. A solid 5 out of 10. For me, anyway.
It's more of a 7, me.
So that was basically our impressions of Suicide Squad. Sorry if I upset all you Suicide Squatters out there. Maybe you can educate me in the comments about all of the crazy stuff, like Easter eggs and all that I missed. And, like, maybe explain to me maybe why you enjoyed it, if you liked it. You know, I'm open to read and maybe see things I missed and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the spoiler cast. I guess we need to go ahead and head on out. See if the play the music.